Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bard Rock Cafe's third game of the day in support of CHAD. CHAD is an organization that supports the ADHD community by educating the people that live around and love all of us, as I am happy to be throwing a small bit of support towards them today as someone with ADHD myself. Many people who have ADHD can relate to the complexity of trying to tell a story in one go, linearly, without going on a tangent. And today, myself and this wonderful cast of players will be doing so in a one-shot based on heavy improv and rules meant to encourage the disjointed storytelling and perhaps the fantastical yarn that our lovely cast of bards will be spinning before you today in an attempt to be released from the jail cell they currently find themselves in. Now, before I continue, allow me to introduce myself and the cast of today's stream. My name is Vivian at Vivicakes 101 on Twitter, and I have been DMing games for a little over 8 years. I've been building my fantasy setting of Marenia for much longer than I've been running games, and it's my pleasure to introduce you all to a small slice of that wonderful world today for the first time on stream. As for the rest of the cast, if you would please introduce yourselves and the characters you'll be playing today, and we're going to be starting with AJ, if you could, please.
Hi, I'm AJ, Solstice Cosplay on Instagram. My pronouns are they, them. I'll be playing Kirion Kayakos, Tiefling Bard. He goes by Kai, pronouns he, they.
All right, and second up, Drew, if you could, please.
Hey, I'm Drew Lane, pronouns he, him. I'll be playing your freaking boy, Dirty Diamond, aka Dirty D. He is a gem dragonborn, and he is the greatest rapper on the side of the continent. I was gonna make a bunch of dumb jokes, but honestly, can we take a second and give props for Vivian's intro, snaps on the intro?
Thank you, much appreciated. I wrote it in the last 35 minutes.
Classic ADHD.
ADHD comes out strong in those last 35 minutes.
That's okay. I finished my character sheet about 15 minutes ago.
Hey,
same.
We are exemplars for the community. Thank you very much for that, Drew. Up next, Jackie, if you could, please.
Yes, I am Jackie, pronouns they, them. I am playing Nettle, who is a dwarven kind of grandma. I don't think she's a grandma in spirit. And she is multi-classed in barbarian and bard.
All right, well, hopefully spirit grandma doesn't mean she's dead. Marty, if we could.
Hi, I'm Marty. If you've been in the stream in the last couple hours, you saw me in the last game. I, as ever, am a member of the Wayfaring Strangers podcast, frequent guest on Bard Rock Cafe. You can find me on Twitter at BallMartian. Today, or I guess this hour, I'll be playing Zephyr Fontano, the Air Genasi College of Swords Bard, who makes music with the wind.
All right, so we got this cool cast of characters, and with introductions out of the way, let me give you wonderful folks at home an explanation of the game we'll be playing today. This game will see players here playing a system-agnostic one-shot that I've been coming up with for a while that sees a group of charismatic individuals, a band of bards, if you will, trying to explain the events of the night leading up to their apprehension by the Tide Guard of the city of Port Calais in the Kingdom of Moret, with a little pre-game voting that happened previously. The rules of the game have been decided as follows, as there are only 2. Rule number 1, they either make it out together or they all go to jail together. And number 2, we are going to be ruling for whatever happened tonight that got them in trouble. So, I'm going to get that out of the way right now.
Oh boy.
Rolling 3d8. Let's see what fate befalls you. Okay.
So,
all right. You got my favorite oddity. All right. So, It's around midnight in the port city of Calais. All of you have been detained and are sitting in front of Chorus, the orcish captain of the guard, in his silver armor with the sail crest on his pauldron. He shuffles some papers and grunts. Right. So as you know, you were picked up in the middle of your show and brought in after crashing a ship into the docks. In addition to that, we have an issue, and it's him. And they point to your friend, who you have been keeping down all night. And I don't mean emotionally, I mean physically. Somehow, in the last day, he's been enchanted. And he keeps trying to float away. He can't help it. He is a balloon that keeps going up. You have him currently tied to a rope that is around his waist, and he's just kind of floating just under the ceiling. Kind of comfortably at this point. But earlier in the day, especially when you were outside, he's just sitting there staring at this guy going, no, 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 in a bit of a panic. So, Chorus takes the papers, puts them down, crosses his arms. Care to explain yourselves?
Well, you see, officer, what had happened was, driving a ship is a very complicated Wait, hold on, he's getting too close to the torch. Let's bring him over. Right. So driving a ship.
Tie him to the leg of the desk. Just
he wobbles a lot. I don't know why. Stop wobbling.
I can't help it.
Be more still.
I'm trying.
More still.
There's no gravity. It's difficult.
But you're wiggling your hips, and when you wiggle your hips, you start veering side to side, and it undulates you like this.
I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of this, but it's not easy.
But just chill though.
Look, and he goes straight as a board, and he just slowly starts rotating. He's like, I don't think it applies. The momentum, it just keeps going.
You know what? That's on me. I assumed you had more agency in that one.
No agency. He clunks his head into the wall. No agency. Oh, he curls up into a ball and.
Maybe if you stuck your arms out right T-pose against the ceiling for dominance.
He just goes like this, and as he does so, it slows down a little bit. Then he just starts slowly.
Wait, hold on. This is a great opportunity. So, have you seen that traveling stage play Spiders Man? They do like a ceiling thing.
He puts his hand on the ceiling and it pushes him down towards the floor before he starts bobbing back up. He's like, this is not working. All right. And the guard goes,
stage play.
Hey.
They're wranglers. I don't know how they train that many spiders, but
spiders.
It was impressive. Horrifying.
Many wonders in the city of Port Calais, but the wonder that I want explained right now. How did you crash the ship into the docks? We'll figure out what's up with him later.
Doing that.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to not crash a ship.
Think so.
I mean, harder to not crash a ship. It's pretty easy to crash a ship.
So we're gonna make this easy on you. All right. You roll on this ship. It's sailing in towards the harbor. What possibly could have caused you to slam into the docks at full speed?
Well, really, if you think about it, the docks slammed into us just as much. So
they don't move.
They should have.
It's true, darling. That's kind of on the
a little taken
sure
aback.
That they don't move, though. Have you checked?
Pretty sure they don't move.
Are you sure your docks aren't like a mimic or something?
No, we did have to deal with the ship that was a mimic last year, though. That is not a joke.
So there is precedent for mimics showing up in places you didn't think they were gonna be.
Right.
I'm just saying, you trust your dock for a long time. Mimic comes along and is like, this is a well-trusted dock. I'm just gonna scooch on over here, still move a bunch of the planks around, and all of a sudden, mimic dock.
So it just sidles up next to the dock like a drunk man flirting with someone at a bar. So
I don't know mimic stuff.
Clearly, you don't have to be drunk to float. I mean,
He goes, actually, I'm a little drunk. As he
Oh, that
drifts.
that does not help us. Don't tell them that. You don't have to admit that. Didn't
It's
admit
not a
that.
crime.
Doesn't count.
it's not a crime to be a little drunk. But he was floating before we got drunk.
That's fair. All right, so to set the scene, you are starting to explain yourselves. You are all on the deck of the ship. It is currently coming into the docks, and you all know that to avoid jail, which is like the worst thing for a bard, it's so boring. Like gray walls, bars, bleh. So, you all know you have to make something up, because the fact of the matter doesn't matter. But you know it's your fault, and you've got to convince him otherwise. So, you're all on the deck of this ship. It's coming in way too quickly. What happens? We're going to start with a dice roll to make it a little easier on everybody. All right, with a 4. Marty, if you would, what scenario was going on to start us off?
We were being chased by someone or something.
Okay. Right, can you give me some clarification there? Who was chasing you?
Well, darling, it was a pirate ship, wasn't it?
Pirate
Two.
ship. 2 pirate ships.
I
Alright, so-
counted like 4.
4.
Like 4. You
It's like
know,
a whole
it might have
armada,
been 7.
honestly.
It just
Actually, you know
And
what?
they were
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
large as well.
So I remember making a lucky number 7 joke, and then you hit me in the arm, so it was definitely 7.
7.
There you
All
go.
right. So, all of you are sitting on the deck of your ship. Ballista bolts flying across the ocean as you are being chased by 7 pirate vessels. Their intent to plunder or kill you. You don't know which, but you're bringing the ship in tight, close, just under the wire, trying to escape to dry land, as we all know pirates are afraid of it. So, now I will explain the tokens that each player has one of. For each player, they get a, well, actually, token, where they're allowed to change the scene in any way they want. Each player gets to use a token one time, and after using a token, they're all refunded the tokens. They can use them again. For today, it's just going to be me keeping track of who has them and who doesn't, and wish me luck. However, I'm going to use the first well actually token.
Uh-oh.
As you're all sitting on the deck of the ship, the guard captain interjecting into this fantastical memory goes, well, actually, I remember there were reports of a demon dropping in on the deck of your ship. And after that is spoken aloud in this fantastical memory and yarn that you all share, you see this large, bull gorilla-like demon, a Balgura, just on the deck of the ship, barreling down towards, we're going to roll for it, AJ.
Rude.
It locks eyes with you.
You know what? I was having a solo.
Okay. So,
Sir?
you're sitting
Sir,
there.
I was having a solo. If you would just sit down and wait until the end, we will address you.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage against the raging Balgora.
What if someone gave the help action?
How are you helping?
I'm like full like snooty maitre d mode, like like you know that like
Mm-hmm.
that like silent look of disapproval you get from someone like in like a fancier place where like you're just like, you're making a scene and we don't.
Darling, you're making a scene.
I'm applying social pressure.
Social pressure on the demon. Yeah, it looks at you like
I'm giving side eye.
it just cocks its head to the side, and you have a regular flat roll then for your persuasion.
The regular flat roll before I got the second roll for disadvantage was a 19.
Okay, with a 19, we'll see how angry the Balgora is. Yeah. So it just kind of sits there, looks at you, looks over at the Dragonborn, sits down on its haunches, kind of puts its arms down on its knees, and just kind of goes like gesture at you, like,
Thank
come on,
you.
play then.
Thank you, and I do.
And performance check to see if it's good enough to satisfy the Balgora.
That's a 7. Which is a natural 1.
Right. So it kind of squats down on its haunches. You begin to play. About 3 seconds into it, you did not tune your instrument well enough.
Got it, tune.
Which,
It's called drop D. Come on.
Yeah, which would be which would be great if, it didn't immediately piss off the Balgora. So it kind of like squats on its haunches. It just shakes its head for a second, disappointedly, stands up, a little meandering, stretches, charges down towards you. And it is going to start off with rolling initiative against the Balgora. Now remember, on your turn, you may use your, well, actually it happened like, but you can't use it on someone else's turn. So if you want to change the scene, you can. So if everyone could roll initiative, please.
I appreciate how that whole moment was like an alley oop, but instead of your like an alley oop, but like your wrong reflexes come in and just like slap the ball away. It was like, oh wait, oops.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got a
set you
black
up in
eye from
volleyball,
that.
spiked it down.
Kai, darling, the thing about drop D tuning is only the bottom string is supposed to be D, not all of them.
Yeah.
Well, you could have told me that, Zephyr.
All right. So 20 and up. Anybody? Okay. We got above a 20. AJ.
23.
23. All right. 15 to 20.
15.
15. Okay. And that's Marty. And 10 to 15?
10.
10
Yeah,
and
13.
13. Okay.
No, sorry, I did get 10. I accidentally added a 3 twice because I'm good at math.
Okay.
So we both got 10.
You're both tied.
Ew.
And if I could get your dexterity modifiers.
I've got a +4.
Plus 1. Okay. So, Drew, you're going to go before Jackie. All right. At the top of the turn, AJ, the Balgora rushes towards you. Huge fangs bared, horns bearing down, large muscles rippling. Comes in to strike you, but you are quicker today. You heard that string go wrong before it did, and you're ready to go. What do you do?
So, turns out that string is not just out of tune. It is so out of tune that it's weaponized.
Oh.
It's weaponized.
And
Okay.
I am going to cast blindness deafness on the demon as it goes.
Mm-hmm. The deafness is clearly from the tone of that string.
Naturally.
So does a 15 save?
It does not.
Ooh, okay. So as it comes towards you, you see this kind of like gray blue mist kind of cloud its eyes, and you just hear this kind of static off at a distance that is around its ears. And it comes in after that. Do you have any other actions you'd like to do on your turn? Have any movement or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna step backstage.
Okay. You quickly shuffle back away from the Balgora. It had gotten close, so it's going to make an opportunity attack, but it's blind and deaf, so we'll see if it hits. I don't think a 6 hits. I don't think a 6 hits. You're probably fine.
It does.
So you kind of slip backwards a little fancily as the big fist comes down and crashes into the deck.
As I step away, I'm gonna say, "That's the power of music."
It just seems angrier.
Good.
Rightly
As it
so.
should.
Beauty did not soothe this beast. as it attempts to chase you through its blind and deaf form, it will move in the direction that you seem to be going, as far as it can tell, and it is going to make 2 attacks. With the blindness and deafness, when does it try to make a save?
Let's see. At the end of its turns.
At the end of its turn. Okay, so it's going to make 2 attacks against you with disadvantage. Okay. That's an 11.
Does not hit.
16.
Does not hit.
16. Okay.
Wow.
So in a blind fury, the Balgor just throws down an arm, slamming to the deck. Some of the boards splinter up and crack underneath of it. You're very glad this thing is blind and deaf right now. And then the second one comes by, misses you by about a foot, but you just feel like a as it blows your hair with the force of its attack. Up next, with a 15 on initiative, Marty, you're up. The Balgor is swinging wildly away, screaming and howling on the deck of this ship. What are
Well,
you
that simply just won't do. I'm going to start off my turn by casting, as a bonus action, Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
You
are now fleet of foot.
Yes, my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and once before this spell ends, I can add an extra D8 of damage to an attack.
Okay.
So I'll roll on up, and I will try to hit this Balgor with my crystal rapier.
Crystal rapier. Okay, so you pull your crystal rapier. It glistens with a bright orange as the sun is setting, and it reflects through it. You have it poised, ready to go. Make your attacks.
First attack is a 17.
17 is going to hit.
Okay. Now, so the rapier itself is a D8. It says when you hit with an attack roll, this target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
So that's 2d8.
Awesome.
And then I will also use my Zephyr Strike extra d8 for the minute while I have concentration on it. So that makes 3.
Mm-hmm. Remember, bards can fight in melee, everyone.
And then I think I'll also add a slashing flourish to this. Why not?
A slashing flourish. Okay.
Expended
We're going all in.
To cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit and to any other creature within 5 feet, which I don't think that applies. So that's just an extra D10 because my bardic inspiration die are D10s.
Awesome. Throw that pile of dice and please specify how much damage is radiant.
Okay. Okay, so I got 8, 13, so 7, 20 damage, 7 of which is radiant.
So that as the crystal rapier flashes and you see a glint of divine magic kind of from the pommel up to the tip of the blade, and as it strikes, you just see this like white electricity just across the front of the Balgora. And that bit of it seems to have hurt it more than the rest of the damage.
And I will say, when Zephyr kind of like makes strikes, there's kind of like carefully positioned holes in the rapier that when he moves it around makes it sound kind of like a flute.
Okay. So you've got a flute solo going as you bob and weave in to strike with this crystal rapier.
I just realized I have a second attack, so I'm just going to do a quick one.
Yeah, go for your second attack.
That's a nat one.
And then your first strike strikes 2, and with thoughts of Lizzo playing your crystal rapier.
Yes.
You fail on your second strike as it goes right under the armpit of the Balgora. All right.
I didn't get a sentimental man or woman to pump me up.
It's true. It's true.
That's your real problem.
All right. Drew, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, real quick. Just when I realized that, like, Zephyr used the Zephyr Strike, which makes me think of someone who, like, has named all of their moves after themselves.
Super Vegeta
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Bang attack.
Yeah, no, we've got
Get
some
ready for
Dragon
my
Ball Z
Zephyr
energy going.
strike. Alright, so I looks this Balgor in his blind eye. I say, oh man, I feel like a bull on weed, man. The stakes are high. I feel like I made a maze, man. I'm a corny guy. The cat's got my tongue, dude, but it caught my eye. I was gonna write another pun, but I couldn't decide. And I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Its foot was
Bars.
tapping. It could feel those bars flying. And I'm going to roll the save. Does a natural
wizard
one
save?
save?
Oh, that will not do it.
Unfortunate.
Oh! Specification on Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh.
If a creature can't hear you, does it work?
Huh. Alright. A creature of your choice you can see within range perceives everything is hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if the spell affects it. Incapacitated, it will stand up for duration. Score 4. It only specifies its intelligence score has to be 4 or higher.
Well, they are pretty
This is-
stupid. But it has an intelligence of 7. So,
And I
We'll
do
say
have telepathy.
yes. So you realizing that it's blind and deaf, just boom, like a baseline, pump
Mental
it right
bar.
into its head. Throw those bars mentally into its brain. It feels shame. And it drops down on the ground, clutching itself. Laughing, clapping itself like a gorilla.
That's
All
right.
right.
I'm an artist and a comedian. You guys did not hear anything. You just saw me stare at him really hard, and I started
And
going.
it's just like JoJo pose.
Yeah,
I didn't
and-
see anything either. I was
Just
backstage.
Mhm.
full like killer queen. Just
yeah. It just sits there for a few minutes.
Darling, what are you doing?
Through vigorous emote, the Barlgura has brought down with hideous amounts of laughter. All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm going to, after making a big show of things and acting very tough, bonus action hide behind like one of the little masks.
Yeah. So you kind of
And-
like are sitting next to the main mask, and you just kind of like tuck yourself behind it. As
Yeah, I'm the
monologue.
greatest. I'm the greatest of all time. Yeah. Just like that meme of the two piece where he slowly fades away.
Y'all ugly.
Sneak 100.
Roll a stealth
Sneak 100.
with advantage because blind, deaf, and laughing its ass off.
Alright.
Bards.
That's. What is myself? Oh, wow, okay. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, you just straight up whisper behind that mast. All right. And last up, Jackie. What do we got going on?
Yeah, so I am going to cast True Strike, so I'm just
You focus down.
yeah.
True Strike. You give it the old lady stink eye.
Yeah.
Anyone- Anyone who has disappointed an Italian grandmother, you know. You know.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay. Grandma just goes into a rage.
Yeah, I just Hulk out.
Mhm. I'm just picturing her with like an apron on, a rolling pin that's like 3.5 feet, 4 feet long. Barbed wire wrapped around it.
Yeah.
It's a lovely pattern for the cookies, dearie.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have armor. So yeah.
All right.
Don't need it.
So,
Don't need it.
True Strike ready? Rage up. And are you doing
Yep.
anything else?
I think that's all I got. Yeah.
All right. So, with that turn up, you are 4 turns from slamming into the docks. Starting back at the top, AJ, it is your turn again.
How's our demon looking?
The demon, for now, looks incapacitated. It doesn't seem to be doing much. But
All right.
as it's 4 turns away from crashing into the docks, you see, coming alongside on both sides, 2 of the pirate vessels. You can see just the fronts of the ships cresting into your view from the back of your own ship.
What are the figureheads?
The one on the left has a mermaid that is carrying a scythe, almost like a deathly looking mermaid carrying a scythe. The one on the right has a cage dangled at the front and a 2-headed skeleton hanging inside the cage. Very threatening vessels. Very piratey.
I almost used my actually to I was like as soon as you said that we could get a actually, I was like, I want to use it on something dumb.
Absolutely allowed to do it on something dumb and inconsequential. Please.
Meanwhile, I'm like the stereotypical RPG player. No, I might need this later.
I have to optimize this. What's the point of having 50 health potions if I just waste them when I'm fighting the boss? All right. So, we're back up at the turn. You see the pirate ships coming in close on both sides. The docks growing ever closer. The Barlgora losing its shit on the deck of the ship. It's incapacitated for now.
All right. Well, you know what? Those ships look pretty metal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's badass.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to make it look like there are fireballs coming at him from the front.
Okay.
To try and scare him away.
Okay. You
then...
cast your spell and using Thaumaturgy, which is a cantrip, so it's kind of limited in what you can do with it. So I would say instead of like full-blown fireballs, which would be like a major illusion type thing, you have like 2 bright motes of like just the edges of your hands, and you slowly turn them towards the ships in a threatening manner. Make a deception check.
All right. That's an 18.
22.
Oh.
On the behalf of the ships.
Can I use my reaction and lean from behind my mask and go, "No balls!" like at the ships and cast silvery balls?
You see the pirate captain on one of the ships, scar down his eye, beard coming down to here. Looking at you, pulls his cutlass, turns it to the side with a fury in his eye. No balls! Around the mast. Go ahead and cast silvery barbs.
Yes, I cast silvery barbs.
All right.
Hold on. This is actually my first time actually casting silvery barbs. I'm very, very proud. Yeah, you gotta re-roll it. You gotta re-roll your roll.
Gotta re-roll it. Aye, so as it turns out, this man be having no balls.
It was accurate!
He kind of takes a second glance down at the fire that's growing in AJ's hand and just kind of just like turns away. Yeah, just
pull you.
The other ship on the left, however, still going strong. As you see on the deck of that ship, the captain is a woman wearing a long red gown, a big blindfold across one eye, carrying a great maul on her back. She looks to be a Goliath woman of massive frame, and she's just got this one-toothed smile as she's bearing down on the other side of the ship, and it's getting closer.
Real quick.
Mhm.
I still had a bonus action.
You do have a bonus action.
Can I
Also,
do
just
some?
be aware that using your well actually is a free action on your turn. You don't have to use an action or anything for it, just so you know. All right.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna pump us up with a nice chugging beat.
Okay.
So we got our bardic inspiration.
All right. Yeah, you're throwing down the beat. You behind the mask, hiding behind her, just like.
You just see this coming out from behind.
Yeah, one hand.
Behind the mask is like I have a lighter and I'm just like
You are now bardically inspired. So,
Nice.
following up, it is the Barlgura's turn again. It gets to attempt to make a save. It did not make its attempt to save last time for blindness and deafness. So I'm going to do that for the last turn. It's a 6. It did not save from the blindness and deafness. So it is still in a fit of laughter. It cannot do anything, but it does get to make an attempt at a save for both of those effects now, I believe, right? For Tasha's and the blindness deafness.
I think so.
yes.
At the end of its turn, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. With a natural 19, you see, even though it's still in this fit of laughter, its eyes come into focus, and it's just laughing and twisting on the desk. Right, it just looks over at you with this look of rage. And for the save on the laughter, oh shit! With a natural 18, it
Oh. Uh-oh.
can't get up because it's the end of its turn, but it's looking like up over its chin, just right at you, AJ. It wants to kill you. It wants to probably eat you, and it's not going to be a very neat eater. So,
Tough crowd. Love that.
Marty, we're back around to you.
Hey, I see the Balgora like start to get up, and I'm like, no, we can't have that. I'm gonna cast Shatter on it.
Okay, go for it. It has to make a save.
Con save DC
Con
17.
save. Well, with a 11, that's going to be a failure.
All right, this is gonna be 3d8. Where did all my d8s go? I just had them.
I never have d8s. I have one d8 right now.
I literally have I have like 9 sets of dice littered around my desk. So I just need to get. I'm a little dice goblin.
Here.
15 thunder damage.
Okay, 15 thunder damage. Yeah, you kind of make the gesture for the spell, crack it open, and there's this force that erupts just inside and next to the Balgora as the thunder damage racks its body. What else would you like to do on your turn?
Let's see, what do I have for bonus actions? I'm going to I'm going to turn to Dirty D and say, give him hell, and give you bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right. As you're all on the deck of the ship having this fight, we cut back to the cell where you're explaining this fight and all the brutality that had happened. And your buddy floating up on the side is like, wait, where was I during this fight? As he kind of rolls backwards next to the ceiling.
Remember, you were captured by those pirates, so we had to, that big lady pirate was like holding you under her arm as a prisoner. Remember?
Yeah, so you see, like, sitting under her arm next to the maul. He's tucked under her arm. And then, like, as she reaches towards the wheel, he starts to slip up and, like, starts floating backwards. She reaches, grabs him by the leg, pulls him back under her arm.
That count as my will, actually?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So you used yours. Remember, everyone still has one, except for you. You'll have to wait for the next round of well, actually.
I wanted it to be something silly.
All right. Up next in the turn order, Marty. That was all right.
Yes.
All right, Drew. We're back to you.
Oh, all right. So, so I'm kind of torn. I want like I just met most of you today. I want to leave this up to the group. Do you guys want me to try for something like kind of wild or something kind of stabby?
I like
Gotta go
wild.
wild.
Go wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
This is a
Crazy.
bard one shot.
Oh, so
We
crazy.
go,
Ah,
we
so
go
crazy.
wild in this house.
Would you consider the Balgora to be humanoid?
It is absolutely not humanoid. It is a
Okay,
large
never mind
krill
then.
demon.
Never mind.
Abby, it is.
It is a fiend.
My bad. Other different thing.
Watch me do this sick thing. Oh, I can't do it.
Oh,
Never mind.
Hides behind the mast again.
What were
So
you gonna
I'm
do, just
gonna-
out of curiosity?
I was gonna try strong person.
Ah.
But
Yeah.
instead, I shall take my roguely actions and from outside of my hiding with my rapier held aloft. I do a little stabby to him.
All right.
I'm going to
Stabby.
use my what was it? My whisper bard chicanery. What is it? Kick blades. I'm gonna use one of my bardic inspirations to give me an additional 3d6 psychic damage on my next melee hit to a target.
Okay.
And I should be getting the sneak attack off this because I popped up from hiding behind that pillar.
Yeah, you're up from hiding. It's focused on AJ, and it's down on the ground, so you get advantage on this strike anyway. Has not gotten up yet.
Ooh.
You also have a D10 of Bardic Inspiration,
Which
if
you
you should
do
need
have.
it.
So you take your next set of bars, channel it into your blade. And instead of just throwing it into its head, you're going to throw it right down into its chest. Go ahead and make your attack. With advantage.
So it's gonna be that. Be a 22 to hit.
I think a 22 will hit.
Huzzah. It's gonna be. How many damage did I do?
A lot.
A million.
That's too many. All right, hold on.
So you've got your psychic damage, your sneak attack, your melee damage. Did I miss
All right, do
anything?
you need me to specify out which types?
If any of it's radiant, yes. Otherwise, no.
None of it is. So, be. This fistful of dice.
That's the new band name, Fistful of Dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right.
Okay. 30 damage.
30 damage. All right. With the 20 from before and 30, it's looking rough. You drive your weapon down into it. Kind of almost retches. You see blood kind of dripping from its teeth, which makes it scarier, but also lets you know that it's closer to dying. All right.
I pull my rapier out from its body.
Mhm.
Go. Oh, I really thought that would kill you, and then I run and hide
Is
again
it-
behind
Whoa.
another mass bonus action.
You go to run and hide. You move away from it. It's on the ground. It's still going to try and get you. It's going to attempt. We'll say it's going to attempt to grapple, like grab your leg as you run away.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions.
well.
Does a 16 hit your AC?
That meets it.
This is my own.
Right. So as you're running away, you're like, "Oh, I thought that was going to kill you." You turn to run. You get about 3 steps before you just trip as you feel this large, meaty hand grabbed around your leg.
Did you use that Bardic?
Big meaty
by any
claws.
You do have a bardic inspiration.
I do. How would
It's a
I use
D10.
that?
Yeah.
Oh dang. Do I get to roll to escape the grapple? Is that like next time?
Yeah. Well, it's a contested. We'll say it's a contested check.
All right. Is that?
So you can roll
what am I
first.
rolling? Acrobatics?
It would probably be acrobatics to dodge it.
Yeah.
All right. Got the bars and the ups.
I think the inspiration's gonna help.
Uh-oh.
The natural one.
Oh no.
Oh.
So as you're running away, you see it reaches out, and you go to jump to avoid it. But as you do so, you trip on some rope that's on the deck, and it just kind of catches you on the way down and just pulls you in a bear hug above it.
I pointed at a random dude on the ship. And I'm like, Kyle, I told you to pick up the ropes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. There's so much going on. Look at that. He just points to the
We
now
have
6
place
ships.
for the rope. This is a ship. There's rope everywhere. Put
But
it
then I
in one of
know
the
there's
rope
rope
barrels.
everywhere. What do you expect? The rope does things, you know. As you have this bit of argument, as you hold it in. It's just
I'm
wild.
like,
You just-
claws.
Yeah, you're just dragging.
I was like, Kyle, you
Put it away!
You get pulled in, and Drew, with that being your turn, as you try to escape the grasp of Balgor, Jackie, you see the Beatmaster in a position where he himself will be getting the beat down soon. What do you do?
You said this dude was starting to look pretty
Looks
beat.
very rough. It's breathing heavily. Its fur's matted from the wounds it's gotten, and it's just like
Cool. Then I'm just gonna go up and punch it. Like
okay. Go
real
up
hard.
real hard.
Real hard.
Give it the hard punch.
Yeah.
No,
Punch is
Um,
better than regular punch.
Like
Does
medium
a
heavy.
15 hit? Oh, I have advantage on this.
15 is its AC, but if you have advantage on this, it is still on the ground. So see if you get that crit.
Get a crit.
Didn't get a crit.
Aw.
So
go to
I
demon
got
jail.
a 16. One more.
Still hits.
Yeah. So then
Go ahead and give me that damage.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's just a 4. I'm just checking my rage because I get a +2 on it.
Okay.
Yep, so just a
Imagine if
6.
A 6. It takes 6 points. It's so close. You see it's like teetering on the verge of unconsciousness. What level barbarian are you?
Level 5.
Well,
I'm
that
at
would mean you
5/5.
get 2 attacks, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Level 5 barbarians get a second attack.
Okay, cool.
Doubly.
So
Then
you
I'm
come
just-
down with a strong punch, and it's and you come back, cock your hand back up for a second strike.
him.
Yeah, that's an 18 to hit,
18's gonna hit.
and then another 6.
Okay, you cock back for the second hit. How do you want to take this thing down?
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of just on the ground now, but he's grappling. So I don't want to like accidentally hit this. So I just kind of like slam his face into the ground, and it kind of does a double bump from how hard it goes.
Yeah, you come down with the first hit, and it hits into the ground. You cock back for the second hit. It kind of swings up, trying to get you with one of its horns, and you double bounce its head in the ground. And you just see some blood trickle out from the top of the head. And the grip on your friend is loosened. Dirty D is now
Gonna
free.
make such a mess.
Nerdy D pops up and he's like, he like leans over, kind of trying to like keep bravado or whatever. He's like, thank you, Nettle. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Dirty D saved by Grandma.
Yeah, I mean, like I had it.
Look,
I had it, but like still
absolutely,
like I was good, but like I still
I
appreciate.
just kind of pat you on the head.
even
He does his best to hide how much he like really does find that like endearing and nice.
From
every
from
rapper's got
where
a soft
he's-
spot for Grandma.
from where he's standing, you just hear Kai say, "You know, Nettle, imagine if you spiked that punch."
I'll
So,
consider it.
so are you casting Tasha's hideous laughter on your friend? Just
Not actively, no.
okay, not actively. All right, we'll just keep that in mind. All right, so with that, the immediate problem is out of the way. The second ship still following you, with the pirate woman captain Goliath sitting there staring you down, tucked under her arm, your friend, levitating. She, as the ships collide together with a screech and a of wood breaking and splintering, she takes your friend, ties a rope around his waist, the same rope that he's still floating attached to now, ties it around her waist. And though there's a large gap between the two ships, deck to deck, they've hit, but they bow out as they get a little lower. She runs, jumps, leaps across the gap with the levitating friend, seeming to give her a little bit of kite time. And she kind of glides in with
that.
your friend above
Paraglider.
her, drops down on the deck, and with her, 5 pirates jump over to the deck as well. You see one of them lighting up fire in their hands, the rest of them pulling their blades. What do you all do? You have but a moment. You're not sure exactly why they were chasing you, but you imagine it was to take your lives and your money.
Not my money.
Favorite thing.
Is this a time to jump back in time to figure out why they were chasing us?
You have your well actuallys. You are free to use them however you want at any time.
Well, I'll think about that while we fight.
Okay. To make life easier, we're going to keep the same initiative we had previously, and I'm just going to roll for the pirates. Gone.
Oh, that's all came in.
Okay. Wow, 3 11s. Y'all are going to hate 11 on the initiative order.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Most likely.
Eh, 4 bars walking to a bar, old girl.
All right. So, Jackie, we just finished your turn with you taking down the Bargora. And as the pirates board the ship, the first one to charge at you. What a rude pirate going after Grandma. Cutlass flashing in the light of the sunset. And it's going to make an attack against you. He does dare. Does a 14 hit.
No.
So he swings at you, and you kind of dip back to dodge the blade, and he menaces towards you, ready to take another blow. Back up to the top at 23, AJ. You see these pirates board the ship. What would you like to do?
All right. I am going to call out to this pirate captain and say, Captain, welcome back. So good for you to join your crew. And I'm going to cast Modify Memory.
Okay.
Nice.
Modify memory. Now, as a note with Modify Memory, very, very important, you can change a 10-minute period of time in their memory. So, what are you going to change in that 10-minute period of time to make this believable?
I'm going to say that when they were sent after our ship, they were just sent there to drop her back off. They weren't pursuing us for combat. They just wanted to make a delivery.
Okay.
Nice reunion.
Okay. So you're modifying her memory to remember as the conversation with the pirate queen that's hidden, that no one's seen in years. That they told her, hey, you need to go hang out with these people. They're pretty cool. Okay. And it's a saving throw?
Yeah.
With a 4, you see she pulls her maul out, ready to strike. And then she just kind of she gets this look on her face, like a kind of twists her head, frowns. Stand down! kind of waves out to the rest of the crew. These are old friends. Why are you trying to hurt them? Come on now. Puts her maul back away, comes over, gives you a hug.
I return the hug heartily.
Remember,
Step back, give a nice
don't-
bow.
you don't need to use your will, actually, if you have modify memory. It's literally what the spell does. One of the crewmates kind of turns towards her and goes, "Wait, what do you mean? We were trying to rob her! All these people! We were following
you
this ship because
questioning
it
the
has
captain right
treasure.
now?
Rob us of our loneliness.
You don't get to talk! We're gonna kill you!"
Bet.
Kind of turns towards her. She just kind of goes, like, starts looking off in the distance. The spell is holding for now, but there's a lot of dissonance in what she believes at the moment and what is actually true. So you have a bit of time, and we'll say, like, for a second, the blades aren't fully at point. If there's anything any of you would like to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to intimidate the crew in silence by just glaring at them and saying, "We're old friends of your captain. Ain't that right?"
Okay, you turn towards the crew, especially the guy that just tried to slash you with the cutlass, and you just...
Yeah.
I'm going to give the help action by just kind of doing a little flourish with my
Yeah,
rapier.
you sit behind. Just kind of look behind. Both of you try and intimidate. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay.
Normally you'd use charisma, but if you'd like to, as a barbarian, I allow you to use strength for intimidation rolls.
Good choice. I like that.
I am a big fan of using other stats for things.
Oh, do I not just like use the intimidate? Like I'm just clicking the intimidation check thing.
You can, but if your strength modifier is higher than your charisma modifier, which it would roll with by default, add the difference.
I put a bunch of stuff into intimidation, so
Okay.
I got a 29.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Grandma throws the practice stink eye of many years of practice. We're all friends here, aren't we? Is the feel that they get. And they just kind of like, yeah, I rolled a 19 plus. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just imagining she has like the chunkla like in hand, like
Oh, she's ready. She's ready. And it kind of like the cow down.
No.
We're not arguing with the captain.
No.
They seem even more down as before. But as DM, I like to throw a monkey in now and then,
Uh-oh.
especially in a one-shot like this. And as you all calm everything down momentarily, you see a bit of fire sparking from the crash previously down into the hold of their ship, and the powder store below deck ignites in the other ship, and you see that ship rise about 10 feet in the water, splitting in half and starting to sink, the remaining crew jumping off of it on the edges, and the rest of the crew shocked. As there's been a break and a bit of conversation, it is now one turn until the ship crashes into the docks.
Well,
Dang.
we should try to fix that real quick, huh?
Okay,
Maybe.
so
All right, we're gonna like try to address the sinking ship. Now, Kyle, who has established himself as very reliable, make sure we don't crash into this dock. Kyle, who is at fault if we crash.
you turn. You turn. You turn Kyle, who's at fault if we crash. And as you turn, you see Kyle jump off the fucking ship into the water.
God damn it, Kyle.
Damn it, Kyle!
God damn it, Kyle.
Classic Kyle.
Honestly, such a Kyle move.
Really.
All right, it's the Pirate Queen's turn. She's going to think. That's what she's going to do this turn. She's not a good thinker.
Uh-oh. Does
So,
she think she can help us stop this ship?
yeah, she
This
goes,
pirate queen who will be at fault?
she goes, Come on! We've got to stop this, and runs towards the wheel. She's pretty quick, and she manages to get to it. She begins to turn it, turn and turn. It's too little too late. As the ship rises up in the front, as it begins to hit the decks, starting to hit one straight in the middle, and it just starts splitting down the middle as the ship finds itself laying up on top of the stonework parts of the docks themselves. But remember, everyone, when you were brought in by the guard, you were in the middle of your show. The ship has crashed. It's on land. You have a show to get to, people.
Oh, yeah.
How
Guys,
are you
we got
going
a
to
book.
get there?
We gotta go. We gotta go. If
I-
we're late, we don't get paid.
Kai will jump down from the pose that he's struck with one leg over the edge of the ship. He's just like playing along. He's like, all right, let's get there.
Yeah.
Nothing fuels the punk like crashing an entire vessel into a dock. You know,
All planned, man.
property damage.
Part of the show.
All
I just
right.
imagine we're all like jostled around, like some of us are bleeding a little bit. Someone like throws up. Just
Oh,
like, ugh.
yeah. No, there's
Okay, we
100%.
have to go. We have to go.
100%.
It's SFX. It's all
100%.
SFX.
Yeah, there's that Star Trek moment where everyone, you know,
Yeah.
Zephyr fully like
Captain,
just
we've run
catapult.
into the dock. Okay, yeah, your Zephyr strike actually still goes for a little bit longer, doesn't it? How long does it last?
like a minute, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been about that long. So you run and front flip off the ship down onto the deck below.
Ha!
And as you all disembark in fancy Bardley fashion, or angry grandma fashion, you begin to make your way into the town. You move through the wharf and the dock area, past the fish stalls and merchants, past the little booths selling knickknacks from lands abroad. All the while, you have the pirate captain woman running alongside you, carrying your friend like a child with a balloon. Where are we going? What kind of show is this? Is it going? You're musicians, right? I mean, you know, we're friends. I'd know this. Why don't I know this? As you're making your way, you eventually, and I'll let you decide, is it a big place or more of a dive that you're all playing at? How famous are you?
Let's
Not
roll. Should we
famous,
roll
but we
for it?
did manage to get into a. Oh, you guys going for dive?
And I was saying, I feel like the dice should decide.
The dice
Oh.
should.
Oh, did I should
Oh.
decide?
What do we got?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll this d20. On a
So-
1 to 10, y'all are just trying to make it as a band. You're new. You know, you think you have what it takes to be famous. On
I'm gonna-
8, yes.
I'm going to supply. We don't know what kind of venue it is.
Okay.
Yeah. We
All
have
right.
a name and a number of gold we're getting
Okay.
paid and nothing else.
All right. And then
I
we're
lo-
gonna roll.
I love our like sort of band lineup. We have like punk rock / metal guitarist, a rapper, and a guy with a flute sword,
I
Oh
have.
God,
a
we're
drum.
Linkin
and
Park.
a grandma with a
Oh my god.
I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go. Bye.
It's Linkin Park featuring Gammy Drum Drums.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to smudge my eyeshadow.
Yeah. So
All right, hey, what did I miss?
you're not using that name. With a
Boy.
10. You guys make your way to the show. It's this impromptu stage set up in one of the larger warehouses just off the dock district. It's like very like salt crust punk place. There's graffiti up on the walls. There's some old like parchment flyers from other performances that have been there. You make your way into the back of the venue, past the large Eliphas man, which is for the regular D&D folks a loxodon in any other setting. And he kind of just looks you up and down, gives you a nod, lets you in. You make your way into the back. You ready your instruments.
Fix the tuning.
Fix the tuning.
La 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 la. Ba 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 balls. Ba, ba, balls.
This is the worst version of the orchestra getting their instruments right.
Hey man, we're artists. We're all artists.
So the pirate captain woman's kind of standing there backstage, holding your friend like a balloon still. And remember, folks, you can change things at any time. So, you're getting ready for the performance. I'm going to roll for the audience. See how big they are. Okay. You peek out on behind the curtain, out towards the crowd. You see about 5 people.
Damn.
You know the show is going to get canceled.
Well, actually,
okay, here we
more
go.
like 500 people.
500
Got 'em.
people. Okay.
Got him.
So the guard is kind of like, how many people was it? 500. Well, that would explain the disturbance. As the crowd is now murmurs, commentary, people laughing, joking, talking.
Oh my god, are those the guys that just crashed into the docks an hour ago?
There's that murmur going around. Wait, didn't they jump off a ship? Damn, this is going to be great. Starting with property damage. You see a couple of punks that are just like, this is awesome. Yeah. As you all ready yourselves. God, you are the worst rap rock band. Oh my god.
I love the aesthetic of like a group that like went on stage that has a pirate with them purely for ambiance.
Yeah.
Well,
Like she does not participate. She's just like
she's our
yar.
She's our hype man.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeff in the background.
yeah.
And the floating guy that's for the concert, you gotta have balloons.
You also, it makes it so much easier to adjust the lights. Like you just
Oh my god.
It does. It so does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you guys,
Just give him some hot mitts.
Got some muffin bits on.
the venue's manager, a small halfling woman, walks up towards you all. All right, so you're all going to be performing. You ready to go? Are we missing anybody or anything? And do you need anything at all?
Well, I think we're all here. Let me do a quick head count. This might be a bit of a big ask, but our friend up there is a bit cursed. Do you think we could work on a way to get that taken care of, perhaps?
Right. So, how did he get cursed? Also, I don't know how to fix that kind of thing. I mean, you'd have to get maybe a cleric or something.
That's fair. How did he get cursed?
I don't know.
Any ideas?
He's like, I'm not really sure. Maybe I touched something? As it kind of rotates above you all.
Like a fushi ball.
Wait, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
What didn't you like? Didn't you ghost that one witch? Didn't you like kind of like one night stand and then just kind of like bail on that one witch, and then she was like, "You'll rule the day," and you were like, "Yeah, sure," and then like a couple weeks later, he just kind of started floating.
And now he floats because got him.
Now we all rule the day.
I thought that was my wife. Not gonna lie. Kind of coasts off to the side. So the pirate lady pulls him back.
You have like a temple around that might have like a cleric to spare.
Oh, right. Actually, the Temple of Kelos is about 2 blocks that way. The patron god of the sea, sailors. If you run over, you've got time. You've got time, maybe, as long as it doesn't take too long. It's about 15 minutes till the show.
I mean, we've got to play the show, but like, I'm
A
great pirate friend here could probably take him to go get uncursed.
Yeah,
Or we could just
Yeah.
take
Pirate
every
friend.
way to.
Captain.
She kind of like looks around.
Cap, you don't mind missing the show, right?
We're friends, and you know I'm not allowed in temples.
Hmm.
Mm.
Right.
Couldn't like toss them in there.
Not after the incident.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Incident.
Like, it's right. Insensitive of us to forget.
So sorry.
Look pensively, just kind of off in a direction as though I know about the incident.
Y'all are so lucky. Your memory is so poor. Every time,
out it was an
every time
actual-
something contradicts, I'm making that roll, and it's been an 8, a 3, a 4, a 5.
Turns out it was an
Fantastic.
actual noodle incident.
An actual. Oh no! All right,
Right. Well, I suppose we can take care of that after the show.
all
Good
right.
show.
After
Yeah.
the show, which, as we all know, being in this jail cell or in
Yeah.
the room currently, it did not get taken care of after the show. Your poor friend still floating in the air, tied to the
Whoops.
desk.
You
But
know, some people like want to fly.
any preparations
Yeah.
before the show starts?
gosh.
Oh wait, yeah, I have magic. Hold on. You ever forget you have magic?
All the time.
All the time.
Classic.
Yeah.
I have 2 fifth level slots. Interesting.
You know what? I am. Nettle is gonna give Dirty D another pat on the head and cast heroism.
Huh?
Yay!
So
Dirty D feeling brave right now.
yeah, immune to being frightened. Gains temporary hit points equal to the spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of the turns. So
Oh heck yeah!
+2 hit points, but
All right.
can't be frightened.
Just before the show, I'm gonna cast Darkness to give us a nice step on stage.
Okay.
And how long do we have before the show? Like in minutes?
I mean, it was about 15 minutes as you start making all of your preparations.
And I take 10 minutes of that 15 minutes to use my inspiring leader feat, an inspiring speech.
Okay.
Gives everyone who can hear me within 30 feet my charisma modifier and temporary hit points. So everybody who
Okay.
can hear me, take 4 of hit points. Dirty D is just like on full hype man games. Like, now listen. Oh, yes, we crashed our ship into the docks. Yes, we fought a Balgora and were almost killed in the process. Yes, we do have a pirate woman who is our very close friend, is here, and is supposed to be here right now. But that don't mean nothing. That don't
She
mean
nods.
nothing. You know why? We are the greatest band of all time, even if we haven't chosen a name for ourselves. Names are for the weak. We coast off of our actions and our words and our music. And he's just going.
Right. You go into this inspiring speech, tirade, whatever you would like to call it, but everyone's feeling a little pumped up at the end of it. And you take that 10 minutes to get the inspiring leader feat. As the time winds down, just before it, AJ, you walk up to the side of the stage, begin to cast the spell, and release out the darkness. As the lights were showing in, this foggy mist of pitch black rolls out onto the stage starting low at first, then rising up. The audience goes quiet. Except for the person that coughs. It's one cough. There's always
There is always one call. That's true.
Kyle! I knew I
Kyle! Who let him in here?
Kyle's just in the audience, drenched, like,
Yeah, you look around, it's like,
shivering.
I wasn't gonna miss it! Security! Do you make your way out onto the stage? Do you drop the spell? After
Yep.
everyone takes... Okay. Everyone takes their positions. A little bit of posing going on. I'm assuming especially the most from Dirty D. What pose? Yeah, you throwing it out there. And then the darkness dissipates. The four of you on stage, preparing to play what you hopefully will be your new hit song. We start off with Nettle, the grandma.
Nettie's my stage name.
Nettie is the stage. Okay, Nettie. Nettie,
Hey.
you're the backbone of this
Hey.
band, the provider of cookies and the
Mhm.
beat. And you take your drum and begin to play. Can I get a performance check from you?
19.
19. Okay. The beat starts off strong. All right. Picking in next. The next instrument. AJ, how are you doing? Have you tuned it right? Is it ready to go?
it is.
Okay. What energy are you suffusing into this spell, this song? You're all bards. Music is magical to you. You are weaving an experience together.
So I'm gonna come in with like an upbeat but light, high pitched kind of thing, and I'll throw in just a little bit of throat singing ambiance,
Okay, you throw
which I
in
cannot do in
Yeah.
person. But
you throw in just a little bit of that, like the Who energy. Yeah, exactly, into the background with this bing ding 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 ding. As you begin to play, you all have prepared for this. You've practiced for this. You're ready to go. Flute joins the stage as Marty. Marty, what do we got coming from the crystal weapon?
Okay. I rolled
And
a.
AJ performance check as well.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be. I have to do math. 32.
Okay.
I got a natural 19 and I have plus 13, so.
With
Wow.
an 8 for AJ, Kai begins the throat singing. You did not warm up enough, and it comes out as like a burp to start with, but then you clear your throat real quick, and then throw in the throat sing. Follow up immediately by this begins almost as a whisper on this flute. This note stretched out. Everyone's eyes turn towards Zephyr. Zephyr, you channel the wind into this instrument even more than you already do. This is your skill.
This
This is
yeah.
what you
This is coming
have
out of the sword, the rapier,
absolutely.
just kind of like a dance-like motion.
With a crystal clarity, you begin to sway with it, and as you do so, the wind kind of whips around you and plays on the flute with you. So it sounds like two people are playing this at once, and you get the symphonic, like double octave sound going to complement the throat singing, and it just comes off, and everyone's kind of like, okay.
Overtones are crazy right now.
Yeah, everyone's kind of getting into the vibe in the background. Dirty D. As the lyrical maestro of this experience, how are you throwing in your skills?
All right, I wanna try something kind of weird.
Go for it.
All right. So Dirty D, he joins into like the flow of the music, and he just goes like, every day I wake up, bake up, put the miles in, dust the dirt off my mic, baby, and choose violence. I feel the fear feeding on you freaking friar folk. Dirty D guaranteed you don't want the smoke. I'm casting dissonant whispers, but like just to create like the sound of like whispers as like the backtrack of like him just going off.
So in the backtrack, you've got these whispers that are almost half mirroring your voice that seem to swirl in on the winds that have picked up that are also playing that flute. So what sounds like a whisper on the wind becomes the backing, repeating each of your lyrics in turn behind you. Of course, with the words, I choose violence. You see the pirate woman.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh no!
No.
I keep forgetting she's there.
And she kind
I
of...
keep forgetting she's there.
No, she's vibing.
She cocks her head. Stares straight at you, AJ.
Oh no.
With a natural 20
Oh.
on her check.
Oh no!
Remember
But what?
who she is and
what
what
if-
you did to her.
But what if instead silvery bars?
You don't know she's making a save. You're in the mid.
Well,
your
actually,
Well, actually. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
so she was on our team the whole time, but we had a bad breakup.
Oh.
Oh, that's
So
worse
just
somehow.
the two of us,
Mhm.
we've got a little bit of
Okay.
some fight going on.
Okay. So
So her beef is with me specifically,
your
but
girlfriend,
not the rest of the band.
your girlfriend, the pirate captain,
Ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend. It's not are they on, are they off? It's they're off right now.
Oh, we're so off.
Your ex,
Ooh, and it's like
Guilty
fresh
lover.
too. Oh.
willing to crash a ship into your vessel.
Kidnapped our friend.
Yeah, kidnapped your friend. Frankly, I don't know how much that actually changes because she's still pissed off at you.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed that we brought her along with us this far. In hindsight.
The guard captain kind of like lifts up the papers again, looks over. You see to the left of you all, sitting there on the corner of the cell, tapping her foot, the pirate lady, the pirate captain.
If I still love you.
Should have never dated you.
Oh no!
in the current moment, in the cell, Dirty D's like, so like you are like single though now, right?
She just
the worst timing.
She gives
Darling.
you the most violent look.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
Roll
like,
insight.
so later then.
Hey, that's a 5.
Okay. Your insight, very poor. But you know
But she's mad.
that she is angry and that she's also a lesbian. For everyone but Kai, who was the one exception that she had ever had, and she thought she had found true love.
I was just gonna like mess with his ace ring. It's like, I tried.
She will never make that mistake again. She looks scornfully at you as you wave high and just turns her gaze away. But of course, that's after what is about to happen. And she bull rushes you on the stage.
Not right now, babe.
Not right now, babe, you say as poof. Make a contested strength check, please. As she tackles you into the crowd.
That's a nat 1 for a 7.
Ay.
You just get caught almost clotheslined as she tackles you down into the crowd. The music kind of stops abruptly, except for the drum beat.
Yeah.
Because Nettle is just in it right now, slamming it out. D stops, the wind stops. As they look over you, poof, down into the crowd. The crowd goes quiet, looks down, looks up. You see kind of like this like energy in the crowd. One of the guys in the front throws a punch at the guy next to him, and the entire crowd erupts into a brawl as everyone begins fighting. You see about 8 people start climbing up on the stage to kick the hell out of all of you as well.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to roll initiative for 504 people. So...
Why not?
So instead, this is going to be a skill challenge.
Oh.
How are each of you going to not get knocked unconscious in this massive brawl? But we have to start, of course, with the first person to make an attempt in the skill challenge. Kai, you are wrapped in the violent arms of your ex-lover, your friend still dangling from the rope that is tied to her waist.
So
3 successes, 2 fails, whatever happens first.
all right. Remind me on the skill challenge, are we doing skill specifically or the stats?
So for me, when I run these, I let you choose. If you want to use a general skill for something, you can do so. If not, you can use a specific skill and explain to me how you would like to apply that skill to whatever you're doing. And I'll set the DC accordingly.
All right. So let's see. I'm going to use persuasion to
Okay.
try and convince her to wait until after the concert.
Okay.
Like
In this,
we can sort this out. You can punch my lights out. It's gonna suck, but you can do it. But we got to finish the show.
having
Like
reached,
I'm on the floor and I'm like, we got to do it.
your
please.
persuasion is pretty good, and the show is important. But also, you cast Modify Memory on your ex.
It was extenuating circumstances, but I shouldn't have done that.
So,
That's a little gaslighting.
Yeah, it's not good.
remember, folks, casting charm spells on your significant others is bad relationship practices. And as such,
do
you have
that.
disadvantage on this check.
I have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage on this check. Persuasion is maybe not the best way to go about convincing her not to beat you.
Yeah.
Not now. Not today. She has a temper.
Disadvantage gives me 16.
A 16. Okay. With a tie of 16.
Ooh.
Roll again.
Again.
This is against her. Seeing if you can calm her down just enough.
Right. That's a 14.
11. You win on round 1. So that is 1 success for the skill challenge. Your ex pulls herself up off of you. Kind of gives you a sharp kick in the ribs. You take a point of damage.
I deserve that.
And she kind of sort of walks off to the side, dodges a punch, and knocks another guy unconscious. Before sitting on the stage, people giving her, like, you know that little half circle? That little half circle of we're
it's like, do
don't-
not go in this
place-
zone.
No,
Whoa.
this is the violence zone. The bad violence zone. The no-no.
There's an AOE of like you step within the zone, naps
I cast fist.
happening, you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
You spell Mage Fist.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
It just
That's just Bigby's hand. So, who would like to be the second up in the skill challenge? Which skill would you like to do? You can try to calm the crowd. You can try to make it worse. I don't care. Let's go for it. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, I mean, Nettle is just still still there on stage with the drum and just giving everyone the stink eye. Like,
Are
he
you
ain't
playing the
coming up
drum
here.
still? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that drum is definitely keeping that crowd violent. You're here.
Oh,
You're
is
fine
it?
about it. You're fine with it for now, but
Yeah.
you kind of have a
That
feeling
does sound
that
awesome,
giving
though. Just
people
like a full
backing
room
track.
fight with like a drum beat behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just, you're not messing with me specifically.
Okay.
So I was going to do intimidation for that.
Intimidation. Okay. So the people that are coming up onto the stage, you roll intimidation for me, please.
15.
15. Okay. That's a success.
Nice.
The people coming up on the stage, they start charging. They look at you, they realize, damn, she's a grandma. We can't beat the hell out of a grandma. They turn their attention towards Dirty D. Start coming at you.
Oh, my legs!
All right, and one more. Dirty D or Marty / Zephyr.
I think Zephyr's like fully just lost in the performance and is still going on despite everything else going on. So he's kind of continuing his whole deal and getting a little more acrobatic with it now.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Hyper
kinda like-
focused.
Yeah, hyper focused, like weaving around all the people. Maybe like does a flip and like lands like hand first on one of the people, like on
Okay.
the top of their head.
Yeah, you kind of in Air Ganassi.
Yeah.
You're used to being acrobatic.
Hmm.
So I feel like acrobatics might be the check for this. And because you have the ability to levitate,
Yeah, I was gonna
Well-
actually use my mingle with the wind to
Yeah.
levitate.
we'll give you advantage on dodging these people.
Sick.
Go with that wingle.
Meanwhile, your friend tied to the pirate captain, oh, he's just like me for real.
He just like me for real, for real. I got a 25.
Oh yeah, 25 will do it.
That's my other expertise.
So with the 3 successes, a few of the people on the stage start throwing punches. But with the intimidation of Nettie and the bob and weave of Zephyr, as well as with the ability to climb back up on the stage with Kai, you all get back up there and begin your performance again. I would like a group performance check for you to try and get this show back on the road.
That's a non-natural 20.
Okay,
17.
17.
Skull dice don't fail me.
I got a 2, so 15.
A 2, so 15. All right.
And 18.
An 18. Okay. All pretty good. You begin the performance. Maybe not quite so good as the beginning of it, as some of you have
A little
suffered
frazzled.
blows.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But you
Can
get the show.
Can I introduce the next song?
You can introduce the next song.
All right. So, with let's see, with whatever amplification we're using, I might
You've
need
got
like
thaumaturgy. You
yeah,
can
I've got
pump it up.
thaumaturgy. I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey guys, you know what? Sometimes we all do really shitty things, and that's not okay. But what
You are
we're gonna
getting
do now
more stink eye from your ex right
is
now.
we're gonna calm it down.
Even
This
worse.
next song is dedicated to all the things that we regret doing. Yeah?
You see a look of murder in the eye of your
Oh,
ex.
no. Oh, no,
But-
no.
You introduce a more chill song. The
Yeah.
flute comes down, longer, drawn out notes. The wind caressing the instrument. The drum beat a slower. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-boom. As your lute picks up with kind of like almost a mournful, almost like a light dirge played on the strings. And Dirty D, you come in. You know this song. This song is meant to provoke emotion, feelings, expressions of regret and pain. It wasn't
thing
written
that
by
I
you.
made a
It's
thing
not
of.
your thing, but everyone gets their time under the sun in a good band. So,
What?
how we doing it? How is Dirty D laying down these feelings?
They like Dirty D, like, yo, faced with legitimate emotion, which he does everything in his power to like hide. Just kind of like bobbing back and forth, still visibly like very beat up, like he's bleeding from like the face. Like, a tooth is missing, and he's like, yeah. Ooh, girl, damn. Yeah, girl.
Girl, damn.
Girl, damn.
Indeed. Girl, damn, indeed.
Girl, damn.
You know, that spoke straight to my heart.
So with,
Just like me, for real, for real.
with your 5 syllables that you throw together to make this song, just give me another performance check, please.
All right,
Just from you,
All right,
Dirty D.
the pumpkin boys. All right, pumpkin boy, something good. All right, yeah. Should remember these stats off the top of my head, but I don't.
Oh, well, you know.
That is a 22.
A 22. With a 22, you see some of the audience kind of like the fighting kind of chills out. They start watching you. You see a kind of like a robed figure, a local mage maybe in the front row, and he lifts up. You see like this sad expression on his face, and he lifts up his finger.
I point at him directly.
He lifts up his finger.
Girl,
A small
damn.
flame appears on the end of his finger. A couple other mages in the audience do so as well. One guy takes like a tinderbox and lights up a little thing too. And the audience is just vibing with this with like emotion. The ex-girlfriend livid on the left-hand side.
Oh man.
And
She's
she
so
looks,
breathful.
she looks at you, Kai, and mouths just the words, "I will not forgive you." Above her, floating your friend, "I forgive you." Your second song eventually closes. Your third song begins. This one, a little bit faster, a little bit more energetic, not violent, hard, but just like a pump-up song to get everybody going. And as it begins, you see the door of the warehouse open up for the first time since the show really started. And you see shuffling around the back of the audience a group of about 12 of the Tide Guard of the city, kind of shuffling around the side. Very much like Blues Brothers at the show. Anybody want an orange whip? Orange whip? Orange whip? And they kind of take positions around the edge of the auditorium. The captain takes a seat at like a booth on the back, and they just kind of sit. Their eyes are on you. It seems like the fighting has stopped, so they don't have anything directly to intrude in. However, their eyes are on you.
Okay. Okay.
Well, good, because it's a performance, so it should be anyway.
Yeah.
So okay. So there's
Do
been something
it.
I've been thinking about doing,
Okay,
and this is a good time to do it.
go for it.
So yeah, so so Nettle sees the guard pull in, and she knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Years under her belt.
yeah. So she looks at the others and like kind of like gestures like get out. And then goes fucking crowd surf and like jumps in because okay, here's what I want her to jump in the crowd because she's going to do thunderclap like with her drum. So yeah, however we want to do that.
Okay, give me 1 second to check something.
Yeah.
Granny about to do a massacre?
Well, it's not gonna kill them.
I don't know. They got peasant stats, I think.
Well, it
This is
only does
non-lethal.
1d6 thunder damage on a failed save. There might be some injuries involved, but hopefully no
Injuries. It's a distraction. We gotta go.
Okay.
Grandma's
So,
done the math.
do you do it before you jump into the crowd?
No, I'm trying to like I know it's still probably gonna hit him, but I'm gonna try to get into the crowd and then do the thunderclap to get as far away from the others as possible, like they can escape backstage. My head thing is me going
you are sacrificing yourself
yeah.
for the greater good of the
You're
band.
gonna have telepathy. You can tell us with your brain.
Oh yeah, I also have message.
Okay.
But
So, you head out to the crowd. You begin with a quick drum beat, throwing out a solo that would make Neil Peart proud. Before spinning around, showing your back, throwing up your sticks, and dropping backwards down into the crowd. And they catch you, Grandma. They catch
They
you,
do.
and they bring you towards the middle. And you're giving them directions now where you want to go. Where you want the crowd to take you, Grandma.
We love you, Gam Gam.
I'm trying to get all the guards within range.
Okay, they
It's-
are a bit spread out, just so you know.
That can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, this place is not too huge, so once you get towards the back third
Yeah.
of the crowd, you are close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and so let's see. Constitution saving throw is my save DC is 14.
Okay. There are a lot of people around you. So first I'm just going to roll for the crowd that's in your immediate vicinity as
Sure.
you release thunder upon them.
Yeah.
With a natural 20, the crowd is here for it.
Nice.
The crowd is
Yeah.
here for it. But you let it out, and the people below you are like, oh, shit!
Yeah, hearing damage. Yeah.
Yeah, and then immediately after, they raise you back. Go, yeah, all right. The guards, however, we have a 17, a 5, an 8, and the guard captain 18.
well, I got and actually because I am level 5, they get 2d6, which is just a 2.
Okay.
So I
That's-
was going for it to be more of a distraction anyway.
Yeah, so you let off that thunderclap. Most of the guards are looking at you now and start moving through the crowd towards you.
Yeah.
But they have to move through the crowd. The crowd moves you. You can direct the crowd. Where do you want to go? Where do you want them to bring you?
Yeah, I assume how the guards are they're kind of spread out, but they're probably going to be closer to the front. So I'm going to see if I can get back and escape with the boys.
Okay, you just start pointing back towards the stage.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead, toss me.
Yeah. Toss me. And you get brought back up to the front of the stage, and they toss you back on the stage. Yeah, and then now they're all paying attention to the stage. They realize you're the only one standing up there,
Yeah.
and you just
Yeah.
sprint
Just a little battle.
out towards the back. The guards that you saw moving through the crowd, there are a few of them stuck in the crowd, but the rest of them start coming along the side, sprinting up towards the stage. As you all begin to tear out of here, you slam open the back door. The bouncer kind of jumps out of the way, what's going on, and sees you all running, and then looks in the door, sees the guards off in the distance just getting up onto the stage. Just roll. Granny, you're the one who was last out the door. Make a charisma check for me.
I got a 20
A nat
for
20?
22. Yeah.
Let's
go.
The elephant
Boom.
looks at you. The bouncer sits in front of the door.
You'll
You
love
guys-
to see it.
Make your way running down the street. You hear banging on the door behind you. And he just kind of looks at you all, just like waves with his trunk. Go! As you tear out towards the town itself. You've all, well, you're not too familiar with Port Calais. You haven't been here before. So you start making your way out of the dock district. Making your way towards the upper city, where the wharf, the sounds of the ocean, the smell of the salt gives way to a more pleasant area that is decorated with flowers and aromas of all different kinds. Even though it's late at night, you're getting the last catches of the smells of restaurants preparing meals, of perfumed individuals walking home after a long day's date or fancy meeting. You see all manner of dress and wear and all different kinds of people making their way through the city. It'd be peaceful if you weren't being chased by guards. And even though the ones who were inside got held up, you see a couple of them down the way kind of jog out into a small square, and they look around. They notice you. And you see the one points over. Right there! He takes his hand, makes a quick incantation, throws up a beacon like a flare that coasts gently in your direction. And they begin to chase you. So we're going to get a second skill challenge.
Uh-oh.
How are you dodging the popo?
Carefully.
Carefully. Okay. So, starting, and you know what, Zephyr? Actually, no, you did one last time. You did one last night. Dirty D. We're going to give you the chance to kick off this skill challenge because last time you didn't get to partake, as the 3 successes came off just
Good.
real smooth.
Oh, that's right.
So, I pay attention sometimes. So,
Imagine.
Dirty D.
Attention deficit. Who?
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I remember everything inconsequential. So, what is Dirty D? Dirty D wants to get away. How long does heroism last?
That's a
1
good.
hour, right?
If it's an hour,
Question.
it's still going.
I would say I probably lost my temp hit points to bar fight though.
That's fair.
No. Duration is up to a minute.
Ooh, okay,
I've gone.
You've been gone.
that been gone.
Have
However,
been
So-
gone.
I'm no longer heroic, so I will say
Mhm.
like AD sees the law and goes like, "Wow, guys, I really appreciate everything we've gone through together." And like gargoyle style, like digs his claws in the wall and just like shimmies his way like up. He's like, this. I was like, hey, yo, it's been real, real.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
make an athletics check to climb the wall.
What if it was acrobatics though?
Well, it would be if you were jumping up balconies and stuff, but you said I'm clawing my way up the wall. So that is finger strength.
Oh, oh boy.
Fingies.
3 successes or 2 failures, whatever happens first.
Alright, bone dice.
Bone dice.
Nice.
Bone dice.
Bone
Bone me
dice.
bone dice.
Have you been boned? is
Bone
the
dice.
question.
Bone me moderately. I got 14.
14. Okay. You begin to make your way up the wall,
Come away.
but you're fine. Music is great here. You get about halfway up, And Dirty D, you are, in a lot of cases, the kind of person who's like, every man for themselves. But with a 14, I don't think that's high enough for you to get all the way. But not because of strength. In this instance, we'll say Dirty D has a moment of self-consciousness. And he decides, ride or die, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Ride or die. Comes back down the wall.
He looks at us and says, like, you know what?
But you lost time.
Literally
in doing
any
that.
other day, but not this day.
No, you put on a show earlier. You felt like a hero. Thanks to
This is the crew now.
You felt like a hero for exactly 1 minute.
Yep.
I
Never
felt like
felt
a
that
hero
before.
briefly earlier.
Yeah.
It changed my whole life.
That cost you a little bit of time. One failure. So
Guys, I'm back. I decided not to abandon you.
Welcome
you just
back.
watch him
Give me praise.
like halfway up the
Praise,
wall and go like,
please.
come back down.
Good job. Another pat on the head.
A single tear goes out.
What have I done? No regrets.
All right.
Worth
So
100%
second leg
worth
of the skill challenge. You guys are all running again, making your way through alleys and side streets, down across a couple of main stretches, dodging carriages and all manner of things. What are we trying to do? What spells are we going to use? What are you going to do to try and get away?
So I'm gonna say, actually, we're in
Okay.
lower part of town, like a poorer part of town, like a
Okay.
crime happens here.
Okay.
So
You take a detour. You find yourselves all of a sudden down closer to the poorer areas of the town. The Tide District, which is, well, the Low Tide District specifically, which is the poorer part of town where all manner of scum and villainy takes its place and puts its roots down.
Doesn't
As
sound
well
very
as the
tidy.
poorer, unless it's really not. Oh my god. Did you know that sometimes they dump poop into the street in medieval
What?
towns?
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Blech.
Yep. And then they wonder how they got the plague.
Really?
So,
So, you're making your
and-
way down this area.
yeah, and Nettle starts going, cops are here, watch out, cops are here, and just trying to cause a disturbance of like having everyone fleeing around.
Okay. All
To
right.
help like both cover, and maybe some will pick fights with the cops, because fuck cops.
All right. That would definitely be persuasion.
Persuasion.
Go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
14.
14. Luckily, a 14 will pass due to the fact that you are in a better area for this. If you were in the upper area,
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
The
But-
police, they protect all of my valuable property.
yeah, but where you are now, people don't like the guards.
Yeah.
Fuck the guards. You get a few people kind of give you a look like you start running. As the guards start coming behind you, boop, someone accidentally knocks over a stack of boxes.
Ooh.
They stumble in trying to get by. As they're still going, no one goes, oh, they turn that way. And they start making their way that way, seeing no one there, turning back around, seeing you even farther ahead. You've gained some distance with the assistance of the good people who don't like the police.
I'm dapping up as many people as I can as I pass them. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get to throw it as you run by. All right. You've gained a bit of distance. You're still making your way through the lower areas of the city in the low tide area, the low tide district. Other than the two of you, so either Kai or Zephyr, what do we got? What are we going to try? It's getting close. One success, one failure.
You know, sometimes when you're doing something risky, you got to do a quick costume change. So
Okay.
I'm going to use my stealth to see if I can get myself and my bandmates looking not quite so recognizable.
Okay. So you pull in to a tight corner of an alley real quickly, pulling out from your pack whatever supplies you have to try and disguise everyone. For the most part, this shouldn't be too difficult of a task. However, a little extra attention needs to be thrown at your boy, Dirty D, who, as a gem dragonborn, stands out like a sore thumb.
Can I give the help action by essentially like using prestidigitation to like change my color?
Yeah, we'll say with your gem tone, you can change your color. So, what color are you gonna be now?
I am now green.
All right, you're an emerald. Remember, folks, it's not that easy in real life. So, make that stealth check.
Single tier.
Right.
It's not easy being green.
That's a 27.
A 27. Yeah, you suddenly are inspired to do so. And as everyone's running, you kind of reach out, grab Zephyr, Dirty D, tuck into the corner. You quickly pull out a scarf, throw it around D, do it up like a shawl, so it's just the eyes peeking out from below. When looking, puff up the collar a little bit, puff down the collar a little bit. Throw a different coat on. Y'all swap clothes around a little bit, and eventually, after about 20 seconds or so, you made quick work of it. Everyone looks a little bit different, and the guards run past. One of them kind of stops, looks at you for a second, shakes his head, keeps moving. All right. Zephyr, the cops are off your trail for the moment. 2 successes, 1 failure. Whatever you roll here determines the success or failure of the skill challenge. What are we going to do?
I think we're just gonna keep on the stealth train and just blend into the crowd.
Okay, now if you want to use stealth for a second time, the DC goes up, just so you're aware.
Trying to think of how we could use any of these other ones. I think stealth makes the most sense right now. Or deception, I guess. Could we
Deception
consider
could work.
deception?
Yeah,
Okay.
deception could work if you're trying to... or
Act
performance
natural.
could also work if you're trying to act natural too.
High performance.
Okay,
That's
yeah, go with...
my little plus 13.
Hey, go for it.
Hey,
Bards.
man. Well, that's an 8. So 18 plus 3, 21.
21.
21?
21.
21.
As it reverberates through the room of our ADHD.
Yep. With a 21...
21?
Yeah, I knew that was happening again. It's okay. Just get it out. Just say it one more time. Just get it out your systems.
21?
21.
Okay.
21.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
This is a conversation I have with my fiance all the time. I'll be like halfway through saying something. She's like, I already know this. But finish it anyway, because I know if you don't finish the thought, your brain will not let you do anything else for the next hour.
Yup.
Mhm.
Welcome to our ADHD charity stream.
Yeah.
I'm in this picture and I don't like
Thank you.
it.
And thank you for educating people, Chad, that we're doing this for today. So, with very little effort on your part, acting natural is, well, just being natural after all. You see a group of people just outside of the low tide district. They're all watching a small performance. Most of them are kids. It's like a puppet show. And you kind of huddle in on a couple of the benches that are outside of this puppet show. You see the puppet on the left looking like a king. Oh, well, I will be the conqueror of this land, And then another puppet on the side. No, you won't! This one, half-elven in looks, with a little sash across and a bow in its hands. No, because evil should not be allowed to stand. And a couple kids like, yeah, no evil. Aha, but you see, I have a demon in my possession. And then a Barlgura puppet pops up before releasing an arrow. And as they do so, you kind of see the guards approach, kind of looking around, standing behind the crowd. The puppet show continues. Unfazed by the police showing up. They're pretty hard. And after a few moments, the police... I don't know where they went! I can't find them anywhere. You think they'd stand out? What else was made of crystal? They just get moving. You've evaded the guards for now. Woo, woo, woo. But you remember something very important. You gotta get paid. And your money's back at the venue.
And we left someone floating on the ceiling, but I mean, what's more important?
The money.
Floating on the ceiling tied to your ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. So,
Look, I promised we would talk about it later.
the goal is getting paid. That's why some of you became musicians, for the money, right? It's not for not for artistic expression or putting out your feelings, but for cold hard cash, which is much more literal in a fantasy setting because it's all made of metal.
It's much more attainable in a fantasy setting too.
It is.
As the real
I
life
did not get in the music to live like some
Really?
common person. I want to get rich and be
Yep.
an emperor of a small nation one day. And
Yeah,
we're not gonna
no,
get that if we don't get
exactly.
paid.
Very, very Snoop Dogg style of like, you call me a sellout, but I'm just the one making the most money. You make your way back carefully, and luckily not being chased. I'm gonna wipe that phrase from my
I
vocabulary.
can't stop.
No, I know.
It's so hard.
Remember,
so hard to avoid
folks,
doing.
too much critical role is bad for your mnemonic health.
Also, so is too much Vanessa Carlton.
That's fair, and arguably worse. So, you all head downward towards the area of the wharf where the warehouse was, and you make it there without too much trouble. However, as you look at the warehouse, you see two guards on either side of the entrance. You kind of look down the alley, and down the alleyway, you see another guard standing next to the bouncer, and they're having a conversation. You have no idea how many guards are inside, but you know you need to talk to that halfling woman and get that money. So, what is your plan?
Which door are we at again?
You're close to the front door, but you're a little way down the street, watching from a distance, kind of looking around an alley at the moment.
Is our bouncer friend maybe still at the other door?
Yeah, he's still at the other door, but he's currently in conversation with a guard.
Hmm.
Guard seems to be asking him some questions. You can't hear from where you're at, but seems to be how the conversation is going. So,
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my cloak up again, the hood,
sure.
and maybe hide my face a little bit because
Alright.
being a blue tiefling might be a little bit conspicuous. But
Depends on the place.
I will pull out like 10 gold to give to someone to give to the bouncer just to like get back in the building nice and sneaky. And then I'm going to take my loot and I'm going to stroll by the guard, just go, Do 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 do
Really?
do do do.
So
And just be a nonchalant street performer.
yeah, in honor of Minsk and Boo, you play the hamster dance as you walk down the street in a very jaunty, show-tuney way, apparently.
Apparently. Just felt right.
One of the guards at the front kind of just get his attention, and he kind of like starts walking towards you. The guard stays at the doorway for now. But he comes up towards you. Hold on a minute. Do you know anything about what happened in this building?
I heard some noise.
Oh, yeah, you
What
would
did
have.
happen?
There was some music, concert of some kind going on. We're looking for the people who were at the show performing. We believe they are responsible for crashing a ship into the docks earlier
Oh
tonight.
goodness. That sounds very expensive.
Bruh.
Oh no, we killed her. She's dead. We'll never see her again.
No.
Is everybody okay?
Temp issues.
Now's a great time to talk about the wonderful charity that we're doing our stream.
Yeah!
Hey, everybody.
So Chad helps promote, it does advocacy and promote awareness for ADHD and people suffering from that condition.
Okay.
Chad's a real Chad. They're really cool, so
Hi.
you should support them.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
not-
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
a
right.
really loud bang outside, and then
Oh.
Discord went. Boop, boop.
Oh no.
Okay. Hopefully, like a transformer didn't blow or something. But
That sounds more like.
yeah, I think I'm good. If I could ask our good friend Tensei here, is everything good on the stream end? Am I back in my proper position?
I can see on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's all good.
Awesome. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there, but we'll just get right back into it as if nothing happened there. So, the guard kind of looks over at you and goes, right, well, they are believed to be culprits in the crashing of a ship into the docks. If you have any information,
Sounds very expensive.
please let me know. And he's going to roll insight on you.
Oh.
But with a natural 4, he lets you go. Thank you for time, citizen. Kind of walks back
Take care.
slowly over towards the door. Now- Yep. While that happens, the rest of you have a moment to possibly distract the other guard. What would you like to do? And also, I do remember that the coin thing happened. So.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can
No, go ahead.
But,
Oh, I was just gonna clarify what. Okay, what? So what was the coin thing?
Basically,
Yeah.
I just gave you guys some gold to give to the bouncer because
Okay.
he helped us out so much, and to grease the wheels so that we could get back in.
So first, I'm gonna try to. Oh, never mind. That's this creature within range. I was gonna use message.
Okay.
Can cast this through solid objects if you're familiar with the target. Do I know that the halfling woman is in the building?
You would assume so. You can absolutely spend some time casting message, kind of aiming through the building a little bit if you think it would work. Might work. Might not.
Yep. I'm going to try to cast a message and say waiting outside for the payment. If you could be inconspicuous about it.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me.
A D4.
It's a pretty big building, being a warehouse and all. And well, you didn't
Oh, that's
memorize
fair,
the
it is a
layout,
Sorry, it is a warehouse. That's right.
so you kind of have some angles you got to pick from.
I got a 3.
Okay. Nice. After a few moments, you're just like, nah, spell didn't work. And then you hear a response. Oh, well, I thought you all ran away. All right, I can get it to you. I'm going to need a distraction, though, because I'm hiding in the rafters.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I relay that to the other two that are still here.
Okay. So, a distraction is needed. What are you all going to attempt to do? Also, at this point in time as well, the guard captain kind of shuffles one of the other papers. So, after successfully evading my men, you decided to go back to the scene to get your money.
As all good criminals do, yes.
That was a poor decision.
I mean, we like to live inside and eat food.
Yeah. Need the money.
That's a good point.
Wait.
Still,
Would you prefer that we got paid for our services or stole to live?
well, there's a third option.
What's that?
Join the cause of righteousness and protect people instead of causing all manner of riffraff.
Oh, is this one of those scared straight things you're gonna try to make us into like junior cops?
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Actually, right now I'm determining whether or not you're at fault for a crime and whether or not you're going to jail.
Well, I can say no, and we can leave.
So, just so I can be clear, to clarify, so far, you were being chased by a fleet of 7 pirate ships, one of whom was captained by your ex-girlfriend, who in a fit of vengeance crashed into you, wrested the wheel of the ship, slammed it into the docks, and she, who's in the room next to you, realizing where things seem to be going in the accusation so far, and looks down at you with this icy, cold look of murder.
I think what we're really saying is that accidents happen, right?
And so the ship careens into the docks, causing currently untold amounts of property damage.
That's what insurance is for, right?
You proceed to flee what is insurance? This is a medieval society. I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
like if you make a bet that the dock is going to one day be destroyed, and someone says, haha, I bet it won't, and then they have to give you money when it's destroyed.
This seems like incredibly inefficient and a crime against any poor individual who's forced to pay into a system like that.
So, really, I think
Of
what
course.
you should be investigating is who summoned that demon. Because that was what distracted us from steering the ship properly. Like, we would have been able to avoid all of this if only there was no demon that we had to fight.
Well, there's not even proof that a demon was there.
We just told you. We have
Yeah.
Go find Kyle.
so many witnesses.
You said you had reports, and let's not forget the real enemy here, which is fucking Kyle.
Kyle
Steering the ship.
Kyle looks over at you from the left side of the room. Really, man? I did my best.
And your best sucks. I hate you, Kyle. Like, Dirty D lays in
A
the
single
Kyle.
tear. A single tear.
Dirty D is like, I hate you personally, Kyle. I hate your face. I hate your stupid shirt. I hate your boot. Like he just goes in on Kyle.
I love you, darling.
He looks at you. Yeah, well, you. Fuck you.
Damn.
Good comeback.
Flashing back to your plan
cruelty.
outside of the warehouse, how precisely do you intend to get in there and get the money?
There's only one guard talking
Or
to
cause a distraction to get her to come out and bring the money to you. But yes, there's one guard in the front, standing next to the front double doors of the warehouse. On the
Okay.
right-hand side, around towards the back, is the LFS bouncer currently talking to the guard.
I can cast sleep.
Okay.
On the guard with the bouncer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me
And-
roll.
Yeah, roll that sleep.
That's what was that? 5d8. I looked at it and then I forgot. I looked at it and then I forgot. There it is, 5d8.
You ever just memory problems? Because I do.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Oh, I've been
21.
all right. With a 21, the guard, you see him kind of talking to the LFS, and he drops down unconscious. And before we get to the ramifications of that, I'm going to throw a point at the camera for Tensei if we're going to take a short break, bio break, so we can take care of our bodily functions like functioning adults. But take a short time, take care of that, and get back to it afterwards. Hi, everyone. We are back from our break, and as a reminder, we are doing our charity stream today with Bard Rock Cafe for Chad, which is an organization which helps educate people on ADHD and ways you can support the people that you love who have it. But getting back into the story, I will remind everyone and our wonderful cast here that everyone has another use of their actually available to them as they begin their efforts to break their way into, distract the guards nearby, or otherwise get that money. So, the guard falls asleep with the casting of the sleep spell. The bouncer kind of turns and sees you all on the side, gives you a look of like, hey, it's you guys again, okay. And beckons you towards him. What do you do?
Yeah, Granny goes right up.
Okay. He looks at you, looks down at the guy. Your handiwork.
You know it.
All right. Just be careful. I think there's a couple in there. I don't know where they're at right now, though. One was in the office, and I think there were 3 or 4 just kind of out talking to a few people that are left, stragglers in the crowd. So do your best not to get seen.
Thanks. Pat on the head. Or the trunk or whatever I can reach because I'm a
Yeah,
dwarf.
you're a dwarf. He's like 8'5".
Yeah.
So you kind of reach up to Pat, and you get like the end of the trunk, and he's just like, kind of moves out of the way. And you guys walk inside. As you enter, it's again poorly lit, rather dim lighting. However, you can see out towards the stage from the side area that you're in, and off on the left, the lights. The stage lights, the house lights haven't come up. Well, because it's a warehouse, it doesn't have any. However, it seems that some spellcasters of some sort have had the light spell cast in a few places to illuminate. Taking a glance around, you see 3 to 4 guards out on the main floor talking as the Eliphas had mentioned, with some of the stragglers from the performance. And looking up, the more perceptive of you see on the rafters and gang planks that move across the top. I forgot the term. It has been a while since I've been near a theater.
Catwalk?
The catwalk. Thank you. I'm dumb. Anyway, the catwalks.
Yeah, I didn't know at all.
Yeah, you see tucked in, like up on one of the rafters, you see the halfling woman in charge of the venue, which it's not really a venue. This wasn't legal. You kind of had a feeling going into this that this wasn't a sanctioned event, but hey, money is money.
They paid us,
And she
yeah.
looks down at you and she goes, and she slowly extricates herself from the position she had hidden herself in and just starts sneaking down the catwalk towards you all. We're going to roll a stealth check for her. She's pretty stealthy.
Okay.
She makes her way towards the end, does a bang-up job. Can't hear her at all. And then she slips.
Can I do something that I probably should have remembered that I can do a long time ago?
Okay, what's that?
I can freaking fly.
Huh?
When we took our break, I looked back to my character sheet.
Okay. Is this the spell, or can you just fly?
No, I can just fly at level 5. Gem Dragons is like you can do wings and fly your walking speed.
Okay, so from you are so used to wearing your wings kind of like half wrapped around your jacket, like almost like it's an extra piece of clothing, and you're like, shit, I got those right, and you furl your wings out, shoot up to catch her. Make a dexterity check for me, please.
Right. Also, none of you have seen him fly.
Okay.
You've known him for a long time, and you're just like, I was waiting for decoration or what?
Yeah, you thought it was just a style choice? Like,
Fantastic.
Style choices are valid.
yeah. Y'all haven't had a spa day yet, so like, you didn't know
what
that
skill
was
did you say it
actually
was?
dexterity.
Yeah. It's gonna be an 18.
And 18, you flap up, catch her, and quickly swing back. Now, luckily, she'd gotten most of the way to you, so she was kind of falling next to the side of the stage. She didn't yell, which, kudos to her on that.
Thanks.
But I would also like you to make a stealth check to see if you can swoop in and out quickly without getting seen. So you caught her, but did you catch her unnoticed? Ooh, I cannot hear what you're saying.
I was whispering to my dice.
Oh, okay. All right. No, this is important.
That part was from me.
You just in there. Don't you fuck me. Do not fuck me. I will kill you. You will go in the blender. I will buy
Will
your
it
cousin.
blend?
Will it blend?
Oh, dice dust. Be careful with that. Don't breathe it.
Alright, so that is a 14.
Okay, a 14. We're going to roll perception on the guard's behalf. With a 17, one of the guards turns and you see him look you in the eyes as you catch her. And then you shoot back.
Well, actually.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
What happens at that moment
Sure.
is that Kai bursts through the doors, casting thaumaturgy for artificial amplification,
Okay.
playing his favorite power riff.
What is his favorite power riff?
You know what? It's gonna be the final countdown.
So
I was literally thinking exactly that.
so
Get out of my brain!
the door kicks open. And the guards all turn to look at you, all eyes on you.
And you just hear, it's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
The guards
And
are
no
going,
one sees the crystal dragon
okay.
catching someone in midair.
As you swoop in to catch, poof, the doors kick open, and you see the guard turning to look at you. And as his eyes begin to flick, they snap back the other way. As this kicks off, two of the guards kind of cock their heads. One of them kind of like, and then all three of them go towards you to try and catch you. I would like you to make an acrobatics check to dodge the guards who are attempting to grapple you currently.
That's a 19.
A 19. Okay, we got a 15 on one of the guards, an 18 on one of the guards, and a 16 on one of the guards. So the three guards, like a Looney Tunes cartoon, poof, dog pile over. You jump over the top of them, start running off towards the side. You know your friends are in the back. And you start making your way there, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Or running away, it's up to you.
Well, so what I was going to do
Sure.
is I was just going to sidestep back out the door as if pulled by some sort of giant theatrical hook. And
yeah, so you
just book it.
Slide out.
Yep, we're just booking it away.
There needs to be
Okay.
a bard spell just called like theatrical hook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta throw a wizard's name on or like a bard's name on the front of it, though. You know, like Venless's theatrical hook. All right. Maybe you'll see it in my homebrew thing that I'm working on at some point.
Kirion's theatrical hook.
Yeah. So you immediately book it. The three guards, after they dust themselves off a little bit and stand up, begin making their way after you, recognizing you. It was a dramatic entrance.
And exit.
Hopefully not Kai's final countdown before going to jail. The rest of you bring back the halfling woman down to the rest of your party. She goes, "Oh, thank you for the catch. I'm going to give you a bonus on that one. Come on, the money's in the safe in the back, but be careful. There was a guard kind of going over the books. If you could take him out, maybe? Don't kill him, but, take care of him somehow. I'll get you your pay."
I can guarantee that we will attempt to not do murder to get money. You know what? It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's
So,
peachy.
Imagine at this point in the story, the guard looks at him like with a horror, like.
stayed away from that. So, you make your way back. You see this guard wears the same turquoise and silver of the rest of the Tide Guard. However, this one has kind of a longer coat. Buttoned up, you see under his left arm a book. Intricate silver weavings and filigree on the outside of it. And what looks to be component pouch on his right-hand side. And he's flipping over a document, kind of taking a look at everything. Just past him, you can see a few coffers sitting on one of the tables. One of them is flipped open. You can see gold is inside. He's currently distracted and facing away from you. What would you all like to do? Keeping in mind that, Kai, we'll get back to you in a minute.
I know killing is out of the question, but
Is Is the guard human?
Is the guard humanoid? Is that what you asked? I didn't hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, I was too far from the mic.
Yes, the guard is a humanoid.
Could I cast charm person?
You absolutely could.
All right, this is one of the ones I wrote a thing for. All right, so
Okay, now, just so you're aware, keeping in mind, you know how necromancy is looked at in a lot of settings? Evil, don't do this. Well, that's not the case in my setting. And you would know this going into it. But I feel like Dirty D don't follow the rules.
my own rules, man.
In my setting, it's charm spells that are looked upon in this way, in a lot of cases, as raising a body. Well, the spirit's already gone. That's not. I mean, it's not nice, and it definitely isn't cool. But compelling someone magically to be someone they're not is considered a bit worse. So you do this, but you do it knowing that it's a bit serious. But you gotta get paid, don't you, Dirty D?
Gotta get
All
that
right.
money.
Dirty D gotta get paid.
I think that's why a lot of his spells he like will rap over it. It is like, oh, I'm just so good. And it's like, you know what? I like this guy. I'm gonna hang out with him.
Okay, so what is your incantation
All right.
to cast Charm Person?
Yo, cuff your coat, boy. You need to hold your horses. Rolling deep with Dirty D, dog. It's time to join forces. And he casts his charm person.
Okay, all right, gonna make the roll to save with a natural one.
Yes!
You see, like, his shoulder slump for a second, and he turns and he goes, "Hey, what up, dog? What's going on, my man?"
Oh, like he walks up to him, like looks down at his name tag. Yo, what up, Jerry? It's been a minute.
Hey, yeah, it's all good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, bro.
You know, chilling. Hey, yo, we got to get in that safe, man. You know,
Yeah.
so like, I know you got your job and everything. Like, yo, we're gonna be in and out real quick. We just gotta get in there, and like, you know, and then business as usual.
Well, that's fine, man. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to arrest you, but we're tight. We're tight.
I mean, like, supposed to.
Well,
like,
hey,
you cooler than that. I know you cooler than that, Jerry.
We bend rules for our friends, you know?
Yeah,
It's good. It's
good.
good.
Playful, like,
Hey, he
Yeah.
throws it back at you. Well, yeah, do what you need to do. I gotta look over this ledger. Just, don't mind me. Just kind of goes flipping through it, yeah. And you kind of look back, and everybody else is like, it's kind of fucked.
Real.
I think everyone is like Kirion. Kirion's just like.
Kai is like, I have done so much worse already.
Kai is still like dodging around the building.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Kai is still full like wackety sacks, like
He might even be playing that unconsciously, which is not helping him get away.
No, not at all. So, as Kai darts around the side of the building, like there's been like 3 circles, one fake painted doorway that a guard slammed into. Like it's
at one point he's running with the guards and they don't notice, and then they turn around.
Yep. Doors open.
You do that Scooby-Doo thing,
Yep.
where it's like different combinations.
Same scenery. You see the warehouse fly by like 9 times in the last 15 seconds. But while all that is going on, the rest of you, the guard being placated, it seems, move in. The halfling woman in charge of the place closes the open coffer that you saw. There was a nice pile of gold inside. She goes, throws it back open, opens one of the other coffers, throws a few coins in from that one. Some gold, a couple platinum even. Shuts it, closes it. Dirty D, the money's given to you.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. As the money is handed to you, she kind of leans around you and looks towards the back, and you hear as the back door opens, and you're thinking, hey, Maybe it's Kai. And then you see the captain of the guard walk in the back door, looks over at the man next to you. Jerry, arrest them. And Jerry's like, it's fine, Captain. He's great. Like, such a good guy. And he looks at you,
Yeah,
looks
Cap,
at him.
come on.
He kind of gets this look. You see he plucks, hanging from his neck, a holy symbol, it seems. Lifts his hand forward. Dispel magic.
Actually.
Okay, well, actually. Okay, all right.
This is the part, like, you, like, in the story, like, oh, wait, hold on a second. You didn't show up at this point. You showed up, like, way later. This is when those roller derby chicks showed up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Nope. It's
I panicked.
I am so glad this game is not canon in my setting. Anyway. So, after a few moments, you hear poof in the front doors, and you see a group of individuals walking in, wearing these strange wheeled contraptions on their feet, wearing short shorts and padded upper vests with knee pads. They're like, come on, this place was supposed to be good an hour ago. Seriously? Nothing was set up? The ramps are still stuck on the side? We can't just go in a circle. There needs to be some elevation to it. And a couple of the guards are like, what is going on here? Who are you? Come on. Darren Danes? You know, the roller derby team? We're supposed to be going up against them bitches from Moret tomorrow, and we're making sure everything's good tonight? Seriously, do none of you pay attention? The guards out at the front are distracted by the roller derby team that has just showed up. I hate you. I love you. I hate you.
I panicked.
Yep. No, you're fine. Anything goes. I'm thinking a dragon, maybe like a kraken shows up from the as a fucking roller derby team. All right.
I feel bad
Here we
because I feel like
go.
I accidentally like revealed something that's like apparently just generally at the top of my brain. Just roller derby girls.
Well, hey,
No one thought about that until you said it.
roller derby girls are great.
But you
Anyway,
say,
so with that distraction going on, you have a moment to escape with your money. But how exactly do you plan on getting out of town? Your ship, heavily damaged, run aground. There's no way that you can take it back out to sea. So what's the plan?
Ship.
The no-ball ship
No-ball ship.
exploded.
No ball.
Oh, yeah.
No. The other,
the
the
other
other ship exploded.
The no ball ship.
The no-ball ship
The no-ball
went very
ship.
far away.
but what about the other 5 ships?
Well, actually, those other 5 pirate ships have been secretly pursuing us the whole time.
Yeah, okay. Behind the roller derby girls, 15 pirates.
Here we go, everybody.
Oh boy.
Including Captain No Balls.
Oh, man.
Lifts up his sword. Oh, you thought you could get away, did you? No one tells me I don't have testicles and gets away with it. One of the
In
one of our-
response, Dirty D just
Are
goes,
you
oh,
actually
hey,
missing
snowballs.
one? Allow me to return the insult with my blade.
At this moment, Kai has made his way back up into the catwalks,
Okay.
and he's gonna get the lights going again.
So the lights come down. The pirates, the roller derby girls. The fucking Christ.
And thaumaturgy again.
Okay. Thaumaturgy.
It's gonna be. Are you ready? We have the Darren Danes versus those pirate guys over whether or not Captain No Balls has testicles.
Make a persuasion check to encourage the derby girls to make an athletics check against the pirates.
That's a 15.
A 15? Oh, let's see. Yeah, all right. So the roller derby girls are like, fuck pirates, and just immediately get into the full fucking thing. They begin fighting Cutlass versus Rollerblade. I hate you all so much.
Imagining this in my head, and it sounds kind of sick, actually. So
Yeah.
The
I'm
blade
all for
is
these
mightier
roller
than the
derby girls.
blade. Am I right?
One of the girls crouches down, the other one slams a pirate over, ass over tea kettle over the top of him, over the top of her. The brawl breaks out, and that gives you the opening you need to make your way out the back door. As you do so, you see Captain No Balls dodge past one of the roller derby girls, elbows her in the head. She drops unconscious. I knock things onto the floor. And
Thought that was sound effects.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's
Foley
really
work.
good Foley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're welcome. I have props. I can't tell anyone what that was in good company. Anyway, you start making your way. No, it was a cup. I'm just messing with you. So you make your way out the door, being followed behind by Captain No Balls. You get
Love
back
that
out
that's
onto the
his
street. You see a couple of the guards still out around the front. So you make your way around the back, which leads you back towards the docks. You get rather close to the docks. Right now, you're just trying to find a way to get out of sight, to avoid any trouble. When you get to the docks, you see one of the many ships, this one very familiar to you, Captain No Ball's vessel, with the skeletal mermaid with the scythe as the figurehead. Very easily recognizable. But there's groups of pirates there. And they're not too happy with you. You're not sure if you'd be able to make it onto the ship to try and steal away on it. But the fact of the matter is you're in, jail currently. So at some point, your luck runs out. So I'm going to say, well, actually.
Oh.
I forgot you also get one.
Well, actually, no, we're not in jail.
Mhm.
Wait, could we just
Well,
done that the whole
actually, this
time?
has been a dream the whole
Yep.
time.
Well, actually, we've all been dead for 40 years.
Well, actually, we're all humans living on Earth in a podcast stream.
Fuck!
We don't even exist. Anyway. Well, actually, as the group of pirates is assembled on the dock, you then notice that they are all in shackles, with a group of about 80 of the city guard standing around them, taking names, moving back and forth. You see the guard captain as you're peeking around. And as you get closer, you see he looks down at his holy symbol. And on the top of it, like a compass, there's a little light on one side of it. And he kind of turns, and the light is facing directly towards you.
Oops.
And he looks up, puts his holy symbol back in his shirt, draws his greatsword, starts making his way towards you. Waves, and about 10 of the guards come with him, 2 of which you recognize, similar to Jerry, are spellcasters. At the very least, 2 of them. 2 of them obviously seem to be more of the wizardy type. The rest of them could be clerics of some kind or paladins. You don't know. But 11 people or so, including the guard captain, make their way towards you, with the rest of the city's guard force, for the most part, within the 30-second sprint of your position. Will you try to make a mad escape? Will you fight? It's up to you.
How strong does the guard captain look?
He's an orc. So you know there's definitely some brawn there. But more so than just brawn, you also recognize that he has divine magics. You don't know exactly how strong he is, but he is intimidating. His greatsword is a full 2 feet longer than most you've ever seen. And he does not look happy.
Although he could handle a large amount of people all at once if he was fighting them.
Possibly.
So, little peek behind my little peek behind my screen, my own ADHD journey. I was like, oh, I'm gonna write raps for all these spells, and I got to the early level ones, and then kind of meandered off and was watching YouTube videos about sword tricks, and I did learn some of. That was productive in its own way.
Okay.
So the later level spells, I don't have anything for. But,
Make it up. Improv.
Yep.
the name of the game.
So, Dirty D looks at the guard captain, and using his telepathy, he projects into his mind and just chants, and he goes, Mosh, 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 as he casts Enemies Abound.
Right. You go to do so. One of the more wizardly individuals from the side raises a hand quickly, and you see kind of visibly your telepathic enchantment that you were whispering, and you see what almost looks like these blue chains.
Are they counterspelling?
They are counterspelling.
I counterspell.
Okay, the second one goes to counterspell your counterspell.
Oh, rude. Anybody else have counterspell?
I have counterspell.
Oh, you're going to counterspell the counterspell.
Yes.
Okay. With the counterspell chain.
Yeah, we playing Yu-Gi-Oh now. Let's go.
I play reverse trap. I play trap reversal. I play reverse trap reversal.
Mirror Force.
I send him to the shadow dimension.
And clearly all of that was to stop a single change of heart. Anyway. So, the spell still goes through, but he'll make his saving throw. What's the saving throw? DC.
Sorry. Is it?
So a tangled weave of magics comes into play before everyone is left unsatisfied.
An intelligence save.
Okay.
The DC is 16. Hope he am not smart.
He has a -1 in modifier to intelligence.
Big dumb.
But he rolled a nat 20 on his saving throw.
Not like this.
So many counterspells.
So as you reach in to affect his mind, he
Silver rebar is appropriate. Nope.
and he just starts walking right towards you, shaking his head like, You should not have done that.
Now
Well,
we're in extra trouble.
You get one last turn for each of you to try and do something before we're going to initiative.
oh guys, I tried. We're fucked.
He looks at you all and goes, I'd advise you to surrender.
I wanna do that.
Down. I think we can talk our way out of this.
We just go home instead.
No.
So I'm gonna cast haste on all of us. And I'm gonna run.
Casting haste on everyone? So what level are you casting haste at?
This is third.
Haste does only work on one person, so you'd have
Yeah.
to cast it 4 times.
Damn.
Mm. And it's
Damn.
concentration, so you literally can't.
I
You are correct.
am going to cast sleep as a 3rd level.
Okay. Trying to put
'Cause-
some of the guards to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
I just have to do math on how many d8s I use because I start off with 5, and then I
Mhm.
get 2 more for each level of first. So 5, 6, 7,
9.
8, 9, 9.
9.
9.
In ascending order of their current hit points. Okay.
That's 39.
39. You see
Wow.
2 of the guards. Not the big ones. Mostly
Well-
the smaller ones.
Shit.
Like fall unconscious. The captain looks at you. Don't say I didn't give you a chance. And he lunges forward. Dirty D, you were the one up in the front. You were the one trying to cast that spell. So he's going to come after you, and we're all going to roll initiative.
Don't break my butt.
For the ease of me managing all of this, all of the guards, except for the captain, will run on initiative count 13. The captain on 22.
I got a 24.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Bro.
Okay.
I got a
So-
25.
Let's go.
Nice.
Natty 20.
That was a natty 20.
Natty 20.
Natty!
And we've got.
Here, I thought I was hot shit with my 18.
Oh, I'll show you hot shit on my turn.
All right. Oh no.
I feel as though we may have a
Uh-oh.
similar plan.
I used my action.
All right. And we had an 8 from Nettle. And what did we have, Dirty D? What was your roll?
Nat 20.
4.
+6.
Oh, a 26. Y'all speedy today.
Damn.
Step for
We're on the
me.
run. We got to be
Boy.
fast.
I'm a grandma.
And also, Grandma's here.
Grandma's the best of us.
Grandma put a little bit of sleep on herself, maybe.
Whoops.
Well, Grandma.
All right.
I'll
At
start
the
running
top-
like immediately, just like, my hip.
At the top of the order, Dirty D, you get to go first. The guard's coming at you, and he's not happy.
Alright, I look over at the guards. I reach in my pack and I pull out like a little notebook. I go like, I was planning on saving this for the rainy day, which I guess has come, you guys. It's a collection of all of my raps, all of my rhymes that I've put together. I've been calling it my. I don't know why I feel like I should call it this, but I've been calling it my mixtape.
It's mixtape.
I chuck it at centered around centered in the center of the guards.
Oh,
Cast fireball.
oh, because it's okay.
His mixtape is fire.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What level are you casting the fireball at?
At the 3rd level.
Okay.
Can't believe it's only third level. As soon
Roll
as
your
you called it your
damage.
mixtape and you threw it, I was like, all right.
See, the best part of this is you're dealing with the guard captain himself right now. So at this point, he knows what happens. You have committed crimes against the kingdom and its people.
What say you in your defense?
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people.
It seems like we're gonna win by everyone
I'm a
going to
thane.
jail.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, I think the good ending is you all going to jail now.
Yeah.
The DC
Yeah.
changes based on everything that's happened at the end of this game. You make one final persuasion check as a group. And
Yeah,
you have not explained what happened and why it isn't your fault. You have only explained why it's your fault.
this kind of blows my plan out of the water.
27 damage.
So you release your mixtape into the world, and then it unleashes fire upon your enemies. I'm going to roll dexterity saves as a group to save myself some time. The regular guards fail.
Oh no.
The spellcasters succeed. The guard captain fails, but chooses to succeed as a legendary legendary reaction.
Oh, no.
Should've seen that coming.
Oh, we're in a
Oh,
bad
no.
way.
This isn't good.
Okay. And will you be doing anything else on your turn? A lot of... Well, no, you did just kill the two sleeping guards. The rest of the guards are unconscious and not doing good, but the two on the ground, they're dead.
Oops, we accidentally a murder.
Accidentally.
Murder.
I accidentally cast
You say
fireball.
we.
Yeah, also, what's this
You're
we
all
business?
a
I don't
team
know this
now.
name.
I didn't abandon you guys.
The band is falling apart!
You didn't abandon us, and we're just gonna say, actually, it was all his fault.
But it turns out there is a band in Abandon.
That's true.
Damn. Bars.
All right. Kai, you've just witnessed your good friend and bandmate, Dirty D, murder some guards with a fireball.
Whoa!
So,
I guess the equivalent of just chucking a Molotov the second things got too hot.
so Kai stops, and what they had in their hand is, there's always one piece of clothing that never gets washed when you're traveling a bunch.
Yeah.
Like it just falls to the bottom of the laundry bag.
Mm.
And he has that in his hand, and he's preparing Stinking Cloud. And when this happens, he just drops it. It's like, there is nothing I can do here.
Okay, so Kai, you are putting your hands up.
Yeah, I think he's just shocked. He's a lover, not a fighter,
Lover, not a fighter. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and he was not planning on killing anyone.
No,
tonight.
this is over. Kai's
I'd forgot that there were
Kai-
sleeping guards. I didn't think they would die.
Kai is a punk, but Kai has a heart of gold. even though
You know
he's
what's
broken
super
heart.
punk? It's radical love.
Mhm.
Damn.
Being kind is the
Being
true punk.
kind is the true punk.
If you're actually punk, it's true. So, you lift your hands up. You're not about to be part of this. Killing guards was too far for you. You don't think you're going to get away. I mean, how many are just a quick jaunt in your direction, and many of them are moving now.
Many.
Many. Plus or minus 35. I don't know. Anyway, Zephyr, you just witnessed the explosion. You saw Kai put their hands up.
Yeah, Zephyr's all about like violence and fighting, but straight up just explosion, murder, maybe where the line
Throwing
is
Dirty
drawn.
D under the bus. Too far,
I'm
man.
sorry,
Too
Dirty
far.
D. You're my
Dirty's
boy,
always
but-
like, I literally just threw a notebook of stuff that I wrote. How was I supposed to know it would explode?
You didn't actually plan to catch. What were you planning
Oh my
to do,
gosh.
Dirty D?
He didn't know there was that much fire in it.
I knew my rhymes were hot, but how could I know they were truly that fire? I thought they would just like read them and respect me more.
It just in the universe where it didn't go off like that, it just like baps against the captain's chest. He just looks down and steps over it.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like that's actually sadder.
Yeah.
Just like
I've been saving
narratively.
it for a rainy day.
Yeah.
And then the
Zep-
rain starts falling on it. The ink runs.
Ow, my rhymes.
Yeah. Zephyr is going to just put his rapier away and just kind of go. I draw the line at guard murder, man. I don't know.
Okay, you lift your hands up. It's the captain's turn. Yeah. You just let off a fireball. Dirty D.
You're in
The
so much
captain,
trouble,
you see
man.
him take a hand, grab his holy symbol. You see a flash of white light and a shimmer on his blade. He's going to make 2 attacks against you. Does a 27 hit?
Oh, only barely.
Okay.
It
It
hits
was
so
close.
much. It hits so good.
Okay. What is your total health?
90.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. We're going to roll some damage.
Oh. I didn't even finish this character.
Okay, so you're taking from the magic effect 26 force damage. From the actual melee attack,
Boy.
do- wow. Yeah, an additional 20 points of... So 20 points of slashing damage as well. What is your total health now? Currently,
I have
remaining.
44 health.
Okay. You're out of it. You blink out of existence.
Ah!
If anyone would like to roll an Arcana check, you can try to determine what just happened.
I don't think I have that proficiency.
The stock.
You have proficiency in
feel so
everything. You're a
good.
bard.
You know what? That's actually true. I have proficiency in Arcana.
I'm not going to stop you.
I'll
It's
also
a
try
12.
it.
Yeah, let's
I got a 19.
19. You recognize
Three.
this? You recognize this as banishment.
Oh. Oh, we did like a
banishing strike.
Smite.
Yeah, banishing smite. So Dirty D phases out from this realm. He turns the blade towards the rest of you. Specifically, Grandma. You haven't
Ma.
you haven't surrendered yet.
my turn.
So after the captain's turn, it's the guard's turn, then Nettle. So the guards will go. Most of them move up, get closer. You see the 2 spellcasters ready in action and hold it, waiting, just in case. And about 8 more guards manage to make it up to you in this round. Then Nettle, it's your turn.
Actually, we weren't fighting guards. The captain's still there, but he had one of the magic users summon a bunch of creatures, and that's who got murdered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Reducing.
Ready to go.
Okay.
We're still morally right. Still morally right.
So morally okay.
You still hit them with a fireball, but you didn't kill any guards. So a few of the entities who were previously guards, you recognize a few summoned constructs, a group of mud mephits that were summoned by the spellcasters, as they're good at slowing people down, burst into little piles of wet dirt.
Yeah.
And just kind of lie on the ground splattered, your fireball having baked away most of their moisture.
So
However, the rest of the people there, including the guard captain, have still been scorched by a fireball, and you, Dirty D, are off in a demi-plane for 1 minute. As this,
Wow, is that Demi Moore?
yeah,
Wow,
as-
is that Demi Lovato?
yep, all the demis are there. There's a meeting
Those are
of
all the demis I know.
demisexuals as well.
I was
Like,
about to say, name a third.
mhm.
Yeah.
The demi-romantics have their own corner. Like,
Oh
so,
my
I mean, you
God,
left
is
a
that
demisexual
Hercules,
behind,
the
so-
demigod?
yeah, demigods are there too.
Are you wearing a demi gauntlet?
Yeah, Hercules gives you a nod.
Yep.
So,
But besides that, like, the other 2 surrendered. One isn't even here.
Yep.
So Grandma knows when she beat.
okay, Grandma lifts up her hands.
Yeah.
The guards begin to take you into custody. They're slapping binders on your arms. In the minute that Dirty D is away, they wheel up this contraption, which one of the guards kind of casts a little bit of magic on it. It assembles itself into a cage. It's pushed into the position that Dirty D was banished from. And shortly thereafter, Dirty D, you appear. Your banishment gone, but you're behind bars already.
All right, listen, Demi Lovato. Look, I know we've got a lot of chemistry, but okay, never mind. Bye.
And that conversation was never finished. Shame. You get wheeled in to the guardhouse where this entire interview and conversation took place. The captain. Right. So, we blame pirates for the crashing of the ship.
I mean, we weren't fast yet,
Then-
and so then I woke up in a cage. And you guys wheeled me in here, and then you said, "Okay, tell us what happened."
Yes.
And then we said, "Okay, so we were on the ship." And you
Right.
said a
We're
demon
not
showed up,
going
and a
to
demon-
reiterate
Run it back,
the
run it back.
entire story.
The screen starts to like wobble like a dream sequence and then it unwobbles. Nope, none of that.
He just waves his hand, wipes it away. So,
Somebody stop that harp.
I pause.
blaming pirates for the crashing of the ship. Understand? And a demon. You still evaded the guards. You, however, turning towards Dirty D, unleashed a fireball. Not only did you unleash a fireball, you charmed one
Jerry.
of the guards of this city. Jerry is going to need therapy because of this.
I
And
thought
then
we were
he's
least it
going to need
rhymes.
And then he's going to need more therapy because everyone will call it Jerapy. So understand what you've done.
Gonna need even more Jeremy after that.
Why did Jeremy get me so bad?
Oh, Jeremy. Poor Jerry. I feel
So, each of you are going to make one final persuasion check to try to convince, or deception. You can pick for yourselves, but it's a charisma check for either of those stats.
Deception's higher, so.
However, as you've committed to violent offenses, Dirty D, you will be rolling separately and at disadvantage.
Oh no. Can I give Dirty
Aw.
D like a quick bardic inspiration?
That would involve doing things that the guards probably wouldn't let you finish.
Okay.
Bardic inspiration, it uses your magic to fuel someone's drive. And
Fair.
that's not something you can really do with your hands cuffed behind your back and your friend floating next to you.
Oh, yeah, how is he arrested in all this?
I mean, pretty easily, I guess.
That's what they probably caught, like, your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I said I was friends of yours and they pulled me in, literally.
How would you admit to that?
Well, I didn't think you did anything wrong.
We didn't, but you know how things go.
Kyle was telling me that you're monsters.
I mean, fucking Kyle.
Hey, fuck you.
Kyle deserves to be in here. Kyle deserves to be in prison.
I'm literally right here!
Kyle's the one that
You belong.
crashed it.
Kyle is in prison, apparently.
So, for the three of you linked together, Kai, deception or persuasion, your choice, and let me know what your total is.
So, the bonuses are actually the same for me.
Okay.
So, if I could, I would like to call it persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, roll your persuasion. You're doing Dirty D proud with the word mix-ups.
25.
25. Okay. Nettle.
Oh,
You're
I got a 13
a 13.
with deception.
Okay. That is one success, one failure.
It's up to me.
It's up to you. You tip the scales here. Zephyr, your roll.
Persuasion,
Persuasion.
30.
30. Hey! Hit the
17 plus
3-0.
13.
Hit the
Yup.
3-0. Okay.
Get him. Get him.
Nice.
Dirty D with your disadvantage.
Pretty decent
on your check.
trouble.
Alright.
I don't
Gonna
know
try
how
to take us on a
solid
little
Dirty
journey.
D.
I roll with disadvantage. The dice are still sitting right here in front of me. So the first die came up to a natty 20, but I had disadvantage. Second die,
I'm sending you my
a
blessing.
9 on the die.
Damn it.
A 9 on the die.
My deception, which is a plus 12. It's 21.
21.
21.
Hey.
Okay. And I'm going to roll for yours. The others passed, and we'll see if the guard is forgiving, even with your 21.
21.
21.
I won.
Memes, 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 memes.
You explain about everything that happened and came out of nowhere, and you didn't know that that was what was going to happen, and you apologized. And at the end of the night, you are all let go. But the coffers that you had earned for your gig was confiscated
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
to
You know what?
pay for the Jerapy.
You know
Why-
what? We're gonna do a benefit concert for Jerry because we
Yeah,
feel
let's
bad.
do it. Let's do it. Maybe we'll even find a legal venue this time,
Now, to
but
close
probably
off-
not.
Let's
To
not get crazy.
close off the session, congratulations on escaping jail, everyone.
Bars.
We're going
Not
to do two
expected.
things. We're going to give us a little outro on everybody. First things first, like every good show about a band, 15 years later, we asked the members of this band everything about that fateful night. And now we ask the question, where are they now? And each of you, if you would, please tell me, what is the life progress of your band? Does it break up in a horrible ending? And what is each of yours individual ends? So going from the top, Kai, 15 years from now, where is Kai now?
I has discovered an avid passion for roller derby announcing.
Okay, all right.
Very specific.
He
Kai gets into the roller derby announcing.
he did apologize to his ex and did what he could to make amends for modifying her memory, but in the end, she couldn't quite forgive him, and that's okay.
Unfortunately. And eventually, though, she found new love in the captain of the roller derby team and sneered at you every time there was a game. Dirty D,
Like her.
your narrow escape using your mixtape as cover. 15 years later, where is Dirty D? What became of Dirty D?
I think Dirty D like stayed with the band for a while and then went off and did like a solo thing.
Uh-huh.
And then like he's reached like that retirement phase of musicianship where like he doesn't do music. He like has like a cooking show now.
Yeah, okay, all
I'm
right.
like, yo, Dirty D's Delicious Eats.
Definitely every few episodes, like, right, so we're over in
Oh, it's
this-
called Dirty D Eats, and it's like
Dirty
it's all close
Deets?
together, so it says
Dirty
Dirty
Deets.
Yeah, and he's got the deets on all the good places to eat.
Diners, dirty D's, and dives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dungeons, Dragons, and Diners, and Drive-Ins, and Dives. Yes.
Yes,
So,
Flavor
Dirty
Shire.
D, your show goes well, and you become a household name, at least on this coast of the continent. Nettle, what happens to you 15 years down the line? I'm not gonna lie, there's a piece of me that wants you to just be like, I'm dead, next.
I almost said that. It's like what you see.
I'm dead now.
She died.
She was already 107 years old. What more do you want?
Well, that's young for a dwarf.
uh,
What happens to
I forgot she
Nettle?
was a dwarf.
okay, yeah, no. So I did steal her from another campaign I was in. So like in that she had gone away from her hill dwarf life to go hang out with a bunch of satyrs, which is how she ended up being a bard.
Okay.
Um
Nice.
so yeah, she kind of just goes back there to live out her retirement because
Yeah.
we're better to retire than with a bunch of satyrs who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we'll say up in the northern ends of the kingdom of Marat, there is a druidic conclave in the deep woods who have a large group of satyrs among their membership, who love song and dance and drink and nature. And you go back to that and get in touch with the earth in your ascending age.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr,
Um,
it's 15 years later. What became of the flautist? No,
I think it's pretty cut and dry. I think he stayed with the band as long as it was together and just
Sure.
went off and did his own thing when it fell apart eventually.
okay. Feels very like artist formerly known as Zephyr kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for
at the end
sure.
there. Okay.
He realized he could kind of take his part of the band and just make it a solo thing very easily.
Yeah.
So he's just doing his own thing now.
All right. Goes off, does his own thing. So we see the end of this story and this group of bards. Everything I say here is off the cuff of my, brain because I did not have time to write it earlier.
My
But-
brain had cuffs.
Right? It's very, very painful to put in the little links. Anyway, so we see this group of bards, and we see them off together as they had an adventure, a romp, a run through the city, and a run for their money, which eventually they lost. However, each of these wonderful characters is played by a wonderful person. And we'll go around the table to let everyone kind of give an outro to themselves, who they are, what do they do, what's something cool that they're working on. As DM, I of course will go first because I am in charge of everything here, except for whether or not the stream gets shut off in the middle of me talking. So, I am Vivian. Again, she, her. My big thing that I've been working on right now is my setting of Millennia. I am on the slow process of writing out the setting as a playable one. Currently, I have over 50 spells that I've worked on. There are 2 new classes, like 20 new subclasses, an entire world for you to explore, and 3 separate time periods, each with their own flair. Renaissance, a high age of Arcana, and a post-apocalyptic, almost Mad Max world recovery. With all this ancient magic and technology that I've been working on. And if you follow my Twitter at Vivicakes101, you might be able to check that out in the future as soon as I manage to do so. Going straight down the line, again, AJ, what you got going on?
I'm AJ, they, them. This has been Layla. What a good sport.
Baby.
I sew for a living. That's kind of what I do, is textile arts. You can find my sort of social stuff at Solstice Cosplay on Instagram. You can also find me as Solstice Handspun. I like to play music sometimes. Yeah.
As befitting a bard. All right, Drew, what you got going on? What is your other than your mixtape, because that went up in flames?
Hey, I'm Drew. He, him. I cannot stop doing it that way. I'm on the Agents of Damn podcast. I remembered to wear merch this time. I usually forget to. Which we do what you call it? Think of hey, what if the world had magic in it, still a fantasy world, but you actually thought about how you'd have to regulate and deal with that as a society. And so we're playing Agents of Damn. Department of Adventurers maintain normality and eradicating debacles. Our DM really loves acronyms. It's a fun
Very
time.
Kids
I
Next
play a
Door.
Texan Dragonborn. Another shout out to shout out to the podcast. You can check us out on Twitter. I think we have an Instagram. Probably not. Maybe. But Agents of Damn, AOD. Find us wherever you do podcasts at. You can find me at Liger Cero CER0.
All right. So does a Texan Dragonborn say Ye Claw instead of Yeehaw?
No, but he did get turned into a T-Rex and called himself a Yee-Rex. So.
That works. Okay. Jackie, what do you got going on?
Yeah, hi, Jackie, they, them. You can find links to what I have going on at jaxyaks.com. That's JAXYACKS. I have a podcast called Fake Gamer Bro where I talk about mobile games. It's very ADHD core. Our last episode was a mess. It was wonderful. But yeah, all the links to everything is at jaxyaks.com. But Fake Gamer Pro can be found, wherever you get podcasts.
Awesome. And closing it off, Marty, what do you got going on?
All right, so this is the end of my day after 2 games, so the people have heard from me several times, but once more, I am Marty. You can find me on Twitter at BalmMartian. I also stream on Twitch at the same name, very infrequently. I have a D&D actual play called Wayfaring Strangers that releases seasonally, where I play with my band, Winter Wayfarer, which you can find on all music streaming platforms. We just put out a single back in July, and we're hoping to get an album out early next year. You can also find me. I'm very frequently on Bard Rock Cafe. I've been on a couple of their specials and one-shots, and I am currently a guest on their ongoing campaign for the next several episodes. So you'll be seeing more of me on this channel in the very near future.
Alrighty. And first of all, we thank Bard Rock Cafe for hosting this stream and allowing all of these wonderful people to meet together to have a fun time.
This is great.
In the name of charity. So thank you as well to anyone who did any donations to assist us in our support for the ADHD charity of Chad. Genuinely.
Real MVPs.
You are, absolutely. You are the ones who claim the Fire mixtape. But thank you all very much. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the next one. I believe there is one. And if I could get all the players, give yourselves a round of applause because a lot of fun. You all deserve it. And have a
blast.
wonderful,
So fun.
wonderful night. Thank you all.